Hey, Ricky Dove, how you doing this morning? Hey, Brent. Aerial Landscapes, how you doing? Glad to see you all this morning. Oh, you're on the beach with the dog. Cool. That's nice. Okay. I hope you got, I'm sure it must be a nice day for you on the beach with your dog, yeah. Here it's raining today. Hey, Nanya. Might be on trees. Um, what the frick? It's doing pretty good there, Nanya, except for the weather there. It's lousy weather this morning again. And I got lousy flies flying around me, bugging the crap out of me. House Pond's in the house. How you doing, House Pond? Yeah, don't forget tonight we got an FPV build tonight, 7 p.m. heading to the Ren Fair this morning. Oh, no, at least we're not freezing our butts off this morning. I got my two doors open, wide open, and everything. I know we lost power during the night. I just got notification I'm on live, but what, 10 minutes late? There's a big motorcycle rally in Nova Scotia. I don't have a ride there. Oh, no. Sorry to hear that, Beatrice. RDS drone reviews. Hey, good morning, good morning. What's up with you there, RDS drone reviews? How you been doing? Yeah, there must be a lot of bikes there for sure. I'm sure you're gonna have a lot of riders there from Quebec also. Oh, I'm sure you'll like it there, Nanya. Yeah. Yeah. That's cool there, Ricky. Oh, yeah, same here. Front and back doors open. That's a nice title. Hey, Nomadic Bike. Good evening. Did you have a good time with Gil yesterday? Gil Skills? Yeah, blast. Cool. Glad you liked it. Glad you had a good visit for sure. It's always fun to meet another YouTuber. I hope most of you guys will be able to go fly today. Hope you guys, the weather's being a lot better than ours. Tuned to hear the fly, so I'm going to have lunch with my son. Oh, that's cooler than onion. I started my live stream this morning, and YouTube posted a thing up in the corner of my screen that they were telling me the Hangouts is leaving there pretty soon, and they posted a link to go for another place if we're doing the video cam live streams. Yeah, that would be an awesome trip for them to go down there. No, they didn't say it was DUO. No, it says go to youtube.com/webcam. I'm gonna try it out later on. See what that is all about. Hey, Johnson Bass, how you doing? Hey, what's blind? How you doing? I'm gonna change microphones, guys. There we go. That's done. Microphone. There we go. There, just change microphones. Hope it sounds better. Real Talk Studios, how you doing? Hey, good morning, Paul. I sent you a link this morning. I don't know if you got it or not. I don't know, pneumatic bike. I don't know. Sounds good. Cool. Yeah. Hey, flying trucker. Good morning. Good morning. Yeah, nomadic bike. As soon as I clicked on to go on live, uh, that little blue square box opened up on my camera, and it says go to youtube.com/webcam. Well, I was already on live, so I didn't want to do that. Oh, thank you there, Real Talk. I got a fly buzzing around my head there. Sorry about that. Yeah, Jerome Poole's t-shirt. Hey, the busy little house. How you doing? Oh, thank you very, very much for coming in and supporting. You have a good weekend now. Are you going? Are you going there for sure, eh, Brant? I'm sure you're going. Busy bee. There you go. Some really great, bad, incredible, scary, delightful weather we're having. My God. Okay, Johnson Ivas. Yeah. I know we lost power between 3 and 8 this morning. 3 and 7. Sorry. I got up at 7. Water bottles. Okay. Okay. Yeah, Brian. Brant. Yeah. Oh, oh, oh. Hold on. Hold on. I gotta get my earphones on. Hold on. Yeah.
There you go.
Hi. How you doing?
Yeah, another day in paradise here. It's just cloudy and windy and
Yeah, we got crappy weather here too this morning. Okay, sorry. Yeah, I got crappy here weather too this morning, so
yeah. Well, we need the next thing we need to get you, Roger, is some of those wireless earbuds.
yeah. Yeah, I know. I've been looking at them there.
You know, you get all tangled up, in the cords.
Yeah, like I was saying a while ago, they got a new thing going on for doing live streams now.
Oh, what's that?
Well, I had a little blue box show up this morning when I went on cam.
Yeah.
And it says, seeing that Hangouts is not going to exist no more soon, to go to youtube.com/webcam to start doing live streams from there. But it was too late for me.
But I wonder if that's for real or if that's something other.
No, it popped up on my screen where because when you do a live stream in the little corner, it's marked live, and the box showed up there. So it's just.
I just wonder. I would be. Maybe that's a good question to ask Andrew, because I would be cautious about it being a bot or something trying to get you, suck you in, you know? Am I offline or not seeing or hearing anything? Can you hear me at all, anybody? If you can, say hello. Because I cannot see Roger. All I see is his Canadian Drone Hub logo. Oh, now I see me. Wow. Roger? Can you guys hear Roger? Because I can't hear him on my end. Waiting for people to join this video call. Oh, he's dropped out. Share the permanent link, bookmark, and come back anytime. Wow. So if you guys, everybody here can hear me? Waiting for people to join the video call is what it says on my screen, if anybody can hear me. And it's a black screen, and it just says, it's like Roger's not there. Oh, I see Canadian. Oh, he's back.
I'm back. Dang it.
Yeah. All of a sudden, you were gone, and I was here talking to the people.
Yeah. Yeah. Now it's, as soon as Kim opens his computer upstairs, I lose my internet completely.
Oh man, you gotta.
I got a phone, that freaking company.
It's a good thing that company isn't real close, or you'd be choking them out.
Oh God. Yeah.
Bell, Canada, right?
Yep.
Oh boy.
Yeah. They call him Ma Bell. Yeah.
You'd like to ring their bell, I'm sure. Yeah, Brant.
I can milk their bell and sell it.
Yeah, Brant. It looks like everything is back to normal again.
Yeah.
For now.
Yeah. Yeah, I know, Beyond Trees. Yeah. I'm stuck here, man, because that's the only service I got here. I got no cable, you know, I got no other cable companies or whatever, and I'm not going to run off the dish. No way. That'll cost way too much. Yeah, I know you keep on saying that, Brant.
Now, your landlord is your neighbor, right?
Yeah, yeah.
Does he use internet service at all?
Yeah. And he gets better internet than I do. Well, he gets 10. He gets his 10.
Does he use a lot of internet? I mean, does he use it constantly or just occasionally?
He's on it often. He's usually outdoors all the time. But now lately he's not feeling too good because of his neck problems and all that, so he's on his computer.
I was just wondering if you couldn't give him 10 or 15 bucks a month or something and let Kim hook up wirelessly to his internet, because he's not broadcasting.
Yeah.
And then see if it made a difference on your channel, because like you say, you were good and clear, and now Kim's online and it's
blurry.
cloudy.
Yeah. It's really bad now.
That'd be a nice experiment to just try and just have Kim link wirelessly over. He's not that far away, is he?
My next door neighbor?
Yeah.
No, it's not that far. No.
So he should be able to link to his
Yeah.
Wi-Fi, I would imagine.
I don't know. I don't know. But I got to get this cleared up with Bell. This is getting ridiculous.
Yep.
I have to tell all my kids not to go on the internet while I'm online, as my internet is crap. A 0.8 upload. Yeah, I'm at
You're in that ballpark, aren't you?
I'm 6 point something download and 0.66 upload.
Yeah, so you're even less than the 0.8.
Yeah. I was at 10 download and 0.88, but now I'm down to that, so I gotta phone him again. I was supposed to phone him yesterday, man, but I had so much things to do. By the time I got home last night after I was doing all my errands, I got home around 4:30.
Yeah.
And time to have supper and all that crap and relax. I went on a couple of live streams last night, give him support. Then I just sat back, looked at TV a little bit. Well, TV.
Yeah, I went over to Andrew's channel and to give support and of course give a like, and I made a couple of comments, but he was right in the middle of that the horn blowing and the come on guys and
yeah.
So I just mentally wished him well and I went on.
Yeah. Yeah, beyond trees, that's true too, yeah. No, I'm gonna start phoning again. No, I'm gonna start phoning every freaking day if I have to now. They probably won't answer the phone once they see my number there again.
Well, what you do is you just tell him, hey, this I'm getting sick and tired of this. And I do a worldwide show, and I'm gonna start putting my calls to you live on my show so everybody can know what crap a Bell Canada is.
They'll just turn it, just push it. Oh, wait a minute. Here, we'll turn off the switch. Goodbye. Find another company.
I don't think they can, though. They can't deny you service because they're regulated. They're not just an open-ended company.
And my bills are always paid on time, so they can't say sweet shit. Well, Beyond Trees, I had a hassle with them once with Bell, and I phoned every 2 days, 3 days for about 2 months before. And I says, why don't you go and check your records on your recordings and see what's going on? Oh, we can't do that right away. It takes some time to do that. Well,
let me talk to a supervisor. Let me talk to your supervisor. Let me talk to your supervisor. Go right on up the ladder.
Well, now I'm going to phone and I'm going to talk to what do you call it? The loyalty.
Loyalty division? Yeah.
Yeah. What the hell they're going to say?
Yeah, and you always be nice to the person on the phone, but say, obviously you can't help me, so pass me up line. I want to go to your supervisor.
Yeah, that's what I'm going to say.
And then if that supervisor starts double talking, you say, okay, obviously you can't help me, so pass me up to the next person in charge.
Yeah.
And just keep climbing the ladder, Roger. Climb the ladder. Because what they're hoping is that nobody will do that.
Yeah. Well, I'm going to be doing it. That's for sure. Because I got to go through. I'm going to tell a lady, like you said there, I'm going to say, look, so many times I have this problem. I want to speak to your loyalty department. That's it.
Yep. Well, and before you let her switch, you say, and I want you to make sure you record on your little computer, start typing that I have, this is a continual situation and I'm not happy.
Yeah.
And then say, now pass me to the loyalty department, because she has to then type it in so that it's a record that you called her on a complaint, and then you go to the loyalty department.
Hey, Geek Savannah, how you doing? I was held up in a meeting today, so I won't be home for a couple of more hours yet. I hope you'll come on next time. Oh, it's okay there, Geek Savannah. No problem.
Yeah.
No problem at all.
Yeah, scene. That's fine.
Gotta work, my friend.
You gotta pay the bills first of all.
Yeah, that's it.
It just keeps getting out to the west. It keeps getting darker and darker.
Yeah, same here. Oh, we're gonna get more rain.
Yeah.
We lost power early this morning. Yeah, I woke up, my clock was flashing off and on. So
Mia's sitting over there with her butt to the door. It's just kind of with her head down between her paws, just kind of looking at me like, get over here and open this friggin' door. Get over here and open this friggin' door.
yeah, well, my dog did that at 3 o'clock this morning.
Ah.
She had to go out, and there she
Oh,
is.
Roxy. That's a cute little Roxy. Well, Roger, I'll give her I think I'll open the door for a few minutes because it's not that dark here, but out to the west it's like twice as dark.
Yeah.
Hang on. All right, you want to go outside?
It's okay, Geek Savannah. I understand 100%. No problem. You got to work first. I always keep on saying family, work first, then YouTube last. That's the way it goes. Yeah. Hey, Phantom Hodges. Yeah, Roxy came. Malice Vex, how you doing? Good morning, good morning. Hey, Roland. Hope you're doing well. Hope your weather's a lot better than ours. Everybody check out Roland's channel. Very good channel, guys. If you guys want your videos being played on Roland's channel, check out his channel, get his permission, and fix it up with Roland. He'd be more than happy to help you out. Yes, everybody. Please hit that like button. Thank you. Thank you, Geek Savannah. Rain today? Ah, shit. Sorry to hear that, Roland. Oh, changing chairs.
Hey, Roger, can you see this chair?
Yeah?
It's I think it's pretty nice. The desk chair.
Yeah?
I bought it next door at the garage sale for $10.
Oh, nice.
Never had too many good desk chairs.
That's it. I bought myself two, well, not just now, but I bought two brand new Lazy Boys. And I bought those about a year and a half ago.
Uh-huh.
When we had the living room down here, because we didn't have enough space here for a couch in this living room. So I bought two Lazy Boys, brand new. And like I said, we're always on the computers. I was always upstairs. So you sit on them still and they're like brand new. You know what I mean?
Yep.
So we brought everything upstairs. Then my son gets a brand new Lazy Boy, all in leather and everything. He didn't like it, so he gave it to me, brand freaking new.
Wow.
And now that's upstairs. I got one room there. I got one Lazy Boy. I got two old ones like this here, like this. And the one I had before, the really bad one, that's gone to the garbage. But I got about 3 chairs in that room there. One Lazy Boy and 2 chairs like that.
Ah. Yeah, I'm like you, Roger. I just hate to throw them away because they're kind of good.
Yeah.
But and then I got a house full of furniture. I never go in the living room. When I've got a full living room outfit in there, and I've got a big screen TV in there, and then I got a dining room, and I got a dining room table, and the hutch and all that kind of stuff, and the clock on the wall with the thing going tickety, and the paintings, and it's just like. And then I got this great big huge deck room out here that actually I had the deck enclosed into a room with windows all the way around, and it's got a big screen TV hanging on the wall with a a love seat, a couch, a lazy boy. You know, I got a high top table over there with 4 stools and
cool.
and in the kitchen, of course. And if it wasn't for the deck room, the kitchen, and then straight off of the kitchen that way to the back is the bathroom. That's what I use, because I don't use the bedroom that's on the other side because I can't sleep in the bed.
Okay.
So I just hang my clothes in there in the big closets. But
that's it. Yeah. Oh.
here's
But
what
I don't see myself if I was alone. I don't see myself living in the 3.5. No way. I go up the bloody walls.
yeah.
Yeah. Hey, get up, liking, good. Well,
Well,
thank you
yeah.
very much, guys. Hit that like button. Yes, yes.
If my girlfriend hadn't bought me a Roomba a year or two ago, that's how I do most of my light cleaning. You know, I just tell it to go clean. Go on, go clean.
Yeah.
Tell Rosie, like from the Jetsons. Go ahead, Rosie. Go on.
Mars RC, good morning. Newfound Drone Productions. Bill, how you doing? Indiana Kid, how you doing this morning? I'm gonna post that link up for the fun of it. The hopper.
Yeah, the hopper.
I'm sure a lot of people haven't seen it.
That is unbelievable. The hopper.
Let me see now. Download bookmarks. There you go.
The DJI hopper.
Where the hell is it now?
Yeah, I bookmark it, and half time I can't find it, and I type in DJI hopper, and it pops up.
Okay,
So.
I got it. Yeah, okay. Well, I got so many things in my bookmark there.
Oh, I know it. I have to scroll down through them all. You know, it's like because you stick them in the bookmarks, but very rarely do you ever go out back and take them back out again. You know. Oh, I had something I wanted to share with you.
Okay.
Let me.
You sent me a link this morning with some.
Paste.
You sent me a link this morning to.
Oh yeah.
And they don't work.
It doesn't work.
No.
Okay, let me see if this will work for you. Come on, copy. Come on, copy.
Yeah, everybody, if you want to look at a creepy thing, look at that link. Yeah. Yeah, it does look nuts there. Yeah, creepy for sure, Ricky. I wouldn't mind having it though. That's you know.
Roger, see if that link works for you.
Okay, hold on. I gotta do this differently because I'll lose my page if I do that. Yep.
Does that work? They just put in a new river cam just south of the bridge, and there's actually operators operate it. And if a ship comes up, they swing the camera around and they can zoom in, unbelievably zoom in on them and track them as they come up and under the bridge and out in the lake, or down from the lake and out down the river.
Is that where you park when you go flying?
Yes. And if you look at it when it pans up the river, that's a walkway. There's hundreds of people down there at any one time, and there's parking down there. People from all over come and they park down there. And
I'm gonna bookmark that now.
Now the guy is zoomed out into the lake up buoys 1 and 2. That's a hot fishing spot, but as you can see, it's a little windy and cloudy, and there isn't a whole lot of fishing people out there. But as it pans to the left right now, you see buoys 1 and 2. There's the one red buoy, and the green one's off the other side. As it pans to the left of Flag Plaza, I fly from that parking lot just the other side of the flags when it's upbound, and then downbound, I'm about 2 parking lots down.
Yeah. Hey, Centroid Ariel, how you doing? Good morning. Good morning. Hey, Centroid, I'll be on tonight at 7 o'clock. With Kush FPV. He's going to do an FPV build at 7 p.m. tonight.
Yeah, Phantom Hodges, you will be able to see me if you happen to be on there at the right time.
Now you just tell us what time you're going. We'll check it out.
But there's, I think before I've also given you guys, told you to go to marinetraffic.com and you can see the freighters moving. And that the two together. In fact, I suggested to the guys that run that video link that they should have also marine traffic in the background. You know, like when Sarnia Marine Traffic comes up, because they control the river traffic and everything here. And it'd be nice because all the ships have to check in with them, tell them their location and everything else.
Yeah.
I thought it would be nice because right now it has sound on it that you can actually hear the wind and traffic or whatever goes on.
Okay, Centroid, cool. Yeah. Everybody check out everybody's channels. Make sure you got them supported. And hit that like button, please. Thank you.
Yeah, Martini says good morning to you.
Well, we're going to get rain for sure, for sure. I know it rained last night. It rained this morning a little bit. Now it's going to rain again. We were supposed to have major thunderstorms last night. We didn't get them. Lucky. I don't like thunderstorms. Not around here.
You know, most all of my dogs never like thunderstorms. Mia doesn't seem to bother. She doesn't care. I think she's the only dog I've ever had that didn't mind thunder and lightning and that kind of thing.
Roxy gets up and runs into the bathroom.
Yeah.
Yeah, as soon as she hears a thunderstorm.
Yeah, all I hear out of Mia is she's on the end of the couch next to me. She'll just do a. That's about it.
Everybody, check out iBass, Johnson iBass. He just hit his 600 mark today, or I don't know what today or yesterday, but check out his channel, guys. Congrats on the 600 there, Johnson.
Yeah.
Port Clinton Duck, good morning, good morning. It's raining there? Okay. No, I'm very happy, Johnson. You got it. Yes, sir. Yep. Yeah, yesterday I went out to do my errands and my truck was going like that all over the bloody road. That's how windy it was here yesterday.
Wow.
Oh. I need to get up and get some coffee. There you go. Cool. You're 601 now, Johnson iBass.
Cool. Yeah. Everybody check each other's channels out. And if you like what you see, you know, don't be afraid.
I went to Costco yesterday. Yay. First time in
did?
here. I went and got my card redone. It's my card.
Your membership?
Yeah.
That's always fun. Every year I've got to do the same thing at Sam's Club, but you know, if you use it at all, it's well worth it.
Yeah. It's one thing that bugs the crap out of me. It's like my son wanted his card too. So I brought my son with me, so we'll get your card too. But if you live at the same address, you can get the same card, doesn't cost a cent. But he doesn't live at the same address. So they had to charge him $68.
Well, what he should have done is just put down your address.
No, they ask for your licenses now. Or if you don't have a license, you got to have a paper with your address on it, like from a hydro company or credit card company. They're wise. Hey, True Joan Reviews. Good morning. Good morning. Again, yeah, you were on Rodney Bell's live stream.
Well,
Flying Trucker got 375.
I've got the commercial one, and I think mine is like $100 a year.
Okay.
But what it does is the store opens at, I think Sam's Club opens like at 9 o'clock to the general public, 7 o'clock if you have a commercial.
Okay.
So I go in, there wasn't anybody in there, do my shopping and get the hell out, you know?
Yeah, before it crowds up.
Yep. Or if I shop at Myers, which is like a big superstore, they're open 24 hours. I go up there at 1 or 2 in the morning.
Dang.
You get so you know the night crew, and how you do. You park right at the front door. Mia sits in the truck and watches the front door, and in it, and they're stocking the shelves. So, you know, there's somebody working in every aisle. If you can't find something, you just ask, and if they don't have it, well, let me go check in the back. They go check in the back, bring it out. Here you go. You know.
Mojo, how you doing? FPV, good morning. Good morning. We're having a build tonight at 7 p.m. Eastern Standard Time. Supposedly with Kush FPV. I'll be doing the live stream at 7 p.m. tonight. Kush FPV is supposed to be on tonight with me. So Sherlock Holmes, good evening. All right, good morning.
Is Val still surviving? I know she's been working long hours.
Yeah, well, I talked to her last night on the phone, and she was freaking tired. I know that. And
Yeah.
it was around 9 o'clock our time. I was talking to her.
Yeah, yesterday afternoon I was down at Lynn's house. A bunch of friends all got together and we're building a permanent covering for her deck.
Okay.
You know, kind of like she had been putting canopies up there, and of course, you know, the wind and everything
all the time. Yeah.
Yeah. And so Val called, and so I let Lynn talk to her. I don't know, it might have been a mistake. Because Lynn says afterwards, I like that Val. You should listen to her more often. I said, oh my gosh.
Mojo FPV, awesome. I'll try to catch it up. Actually updating an old quad with Brain FPV electronics. Oh, cool. Everybody check out that link that Malix Vex put up. Drone versus plane. Check out that, guys. That's always fun. Believe me. Nacho, working for a living, cutting into my quality time. I know, Nacho, yeah. Oh, speaking of the double-ish.
What?
Oh, I hope she can hear us talking.
Boop, 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 boop. Couldn't hear nothing.
Good. Okay, we're safe, Roger.
Okay, good.
How you guys doing this morning?
Doing good.
How are you doing?
I'm doing okay.
She's got her
See if I
coffee.
You don't have your glass? You don't have, oh, you know you don't have your, oh, there she goes. Okay.
I have my glasses. What? Let's see.
Well, you know, it's kind of a toss-up anymore, Val, whether or not she's going to get to a point, Roger, we're going to have to send her some of those, you know, the little loops that go around the glasses and around her neck.
Yep.
Yeah, I always lose those.
I think she's already got those. Okay.
I lose them. I lose them. Let's see. Oh, I don't know how that happened. Let me turn that on. Who's talking to me? Hey, Mark, how you doing?
Hey, Carpenter Rick, good morning.
Hey, Flying Trucker, Nacho. Nacho. Always think of Mexican food. How you doing, Flying Trucker? How's Rubber Ducky, Crazy Ducky, Crazy Rubber Ducky?
Hey, Mark.
Right? Carpenter Rick, hey.
Hey, Mark. Teeny wants to join that Hangouts at some point. Okay.
No. No. No.
No,
Hey, Ricky
no.
Mm. Mm.
Nice
Yeah,
cup.
did you? Yeah.
Nice cup in the view there, Val. It's in front of your camera. Oh yeah.
There you go. Talk to the cup, Paul. Talk to the cup. Oh my goodness. Yeah, I just got to Mary's and she's still sleeping. They need me here early.
Val, did you read what
Notice I'm
Centroid
not
said to you?
responding to the foot apparel anymore. What?
Did you read what Centroid wrote to you?
Yeah.
Go up the chat
Oh,
there.
I see. I see. Yes, I noticed, Mark. Yeah, yeah. Not responding to the sock. Yeah, get it.
Teeny, that's okay. They love you. Don't worry about it. Don't worry about it. It's okay.
Yeah,
They're
I'll
just-
love
they're just-
Teeny when I get my espresso machine.
Val's still upset because you got the dust buster. It's kind of fun to watch.
gosh.
Kind of fun to watch that run around with teeny weenie on the end of it around the floor. He thinks it's like a road race or something, you know.
Oh, I bet. So, how you guys doing?
Okay.
Have you
Roger-
done any
Roger,
talking
Roger.
about the robot DJI yet?
No.
Now Roger posted the link though for the hopper. That's the one he's waiting for.
When's that coming out?
Well, I don't think it's going to be coming out soon.
Hey, West
Hey,
Coast
West Star, how
Explorer.
you doing? I'm sorry, Roger, I haven't been here a while, but I've been real busy. It's like I keep on saying, family and work first, man. Then YouTube later. Yeah.
Johnson, thank you. That's so sweet of you. Yeah, I was trying not to scare Mary today by washing my hair. So when it comes out like this.
Hope you're doing well there, Carpenter Rick. Yes, sir. Yeah, so like I was telling everybody, Val, I started up my live stream, and YouTube put a blue box in the screen of where my camera goes are, and it says that Hangouts is going to be over with pretty soon, early next year, and that they start going to youtube.com/webcam to start doing your live streams.
What? But they don't do what we do. How we do it.
Okay.
But our concern is it just a bot, you know?
No, it's not a bot. That's not the bot. No.
Mm-mm.
Paul, Century says he'll come in and join, but if your sock puppet comes out, he's leaving right away. So keep the sock puppet away.
Yeah.
Things are damn good now, Roger. Cool. Carpenter Rick, I'm very happy for you.
Oh, Carpenter Rick, that's so great.
Yeah, you went through enough hell with that, that's for sure. Gotta help.
Hey, Mojo Joe.
Okay, Mojo FPV.
Gotta help babysit. Are you babysitting grandchildren? Because that's not really babysitting.
Is it safe?
That's fun
it's safe.
sitting.
It's safe. Yeah.
Hey, Hodges.
How you doing there, Centroid?
No, I'm doing well, thanks. Now, Paul left. I'm getting worried.
No, he's going to take the dog out.
Okay.
You never know what's coming back.
No,
Spider FPV.
You don't. So how you doing, Val?
I'm doing pretty good. How you doing?
Doing okay.
Hey, Spider. Yeah. Lulu Love. Good morning.
Hey, Lulu.
I'm getting low on brownies, Val.
Oh,
geez.
okay. Brownies are okay, Paul.
Okay.
That's all you, man.
I think
So. Lulu Love, is that a little hamster or is that a little gerbil? It's so cute.
I think Teeny's been into the brownies.
Don't.
Well, to be fair, I didn't say anything about not mentioning it, but
That's right.
Oh, it's a guinea pig. Is that a guinea pig? Oh my God, they're so cute.
No, it's a brownie.
Do
They're
I
running up ferrets.
do I mention it now that I've actually eaten guinea pig before?
Don't. Because
I think you
Lulu's
already
in
said something
here.
about that. Yeah.
Was it deep
It's a
fried
little
or
ferret.
No, it was
Oh my
sautéed, I
gosh.
guess. And I'll tell you right now, it does not taste like chicken.
That's a ferret. Oh my gosh.
Okay.
Okay, so that, Lulu, is what Kim said he saw on his
Yep.
porch.
Yep, that's it. Yeah.
Oh my gosh. That
Yeah.
is so, if I saw that on my porch, I'd be like, come here, little ferret.
Yeah.
It's so cute. Hey, Nomadic Bike, how are you doing? Oh, Malus Vex.
So you must be pretty anxious for this week to end there, Centroid.
Oh, I got a week and a half left, but yeah, I'm a little eager to be done. Yes. And yeah, it was it's one of those. It was weird. It's one of those. I deal with mostly seniors, and I don't get this often, but this was one of those times where the seniors had their little senior breakfast, and they really don't come back after this week, and they got a little emotional. And I'm not when it comes to school and students, I I'm gonna miss them and all, but I don't get that emotional. But they were pretty emotional, and I'm like, and they want to hug and stuff. I'm like, yeah.
Oh my gosh. Centroid.
Like, okay, go ahead, do it. Get over with.
Oh my God.
Hey, remote pilot, how you doing, Ari?
Ari, nice to
Ari.
see you, man.
Hey, Ari, how you doing?
So don't forget, everybody, tonight, 7 p.m., we're going to have an FPV build on my channel, so come and check it out. Whoever's interested.
7 o'clock, huh?
Yeah.
Okay, I guess I won't stream then, Roger.
I just found out I'm working.
I didn't know.
I'm kidding. I'm kidding.
I asked you this week. I asked you this week if you were streaming.
I'm
Okay, I
kidding,
got to go
Roger.
inside and get some coffee. Hit the road. Hey,
Crystal.
flying trucker, you drive safe, you hear?
It's my poor attempted humor, Roger.
Tell Rubber Ducky I said hi.
go ahead, Val? Sing a few lines of Rubber Ducky, will you?
No, that's the flying trucker's wife, and he's just now getting in the truck to leave again. He's gonna go get some coffee. Oh, you're welcome, Malice. Can't wait to. I'll look at your stuff today because
Val,
I'm
I'm
gonna be here.
I think it goes, Rubber Ducky, we love you.
No, it's
you're
Rubber
the
Ducky.
one.
You're the one.
You're the one.
We always have so much fun.
Paul.
Carpenter
not
Rick says,
singing,
thanks for
Val.
not singing.
You're welcome.
Okay, now Val, I got to ask you a question, and we can take care of business now if Roger doesn't mind. Have you secured your tickets? Because we haven't formally talked about that weekend yet.
No, I am waiting for you to tell me it's a definite go.
It's a definite go. We just need to decide on when you want to come back, and because I do work, but I am not. It would all depend on how many days I'm going to take off from summer school, which I can do. Like when would you be coming in?
I have to be back on that Wednesday.
Okay, well,
I have to be back in town by 5.
Okay,
so,
well, let's put it this way: it's going to be earlier than that because I have.
Yes.
If this works for you, and if it doesn't, let me know because I can't take too many days off. I work Monday through Thursday, so so if it wouldn't be too much trouble, I mean, what if you were to fly in? When would it be on the 17th? And
that's what I was thinking.
Yeah, that'd be fine. And then I get out of work at 12, so. If I didn't take that day off, I could easily take Monday off, and then we could come back Monday night. Is that too much, or is that too soon?
No, that works for me.
Okay, so if you looked
and then
at
I'd probably have to get a flight out on Tuesday. Then would that work?
Yeah, we'll set up a tent out back for you.
Thank you. I see a bed right behind you, so you'll have to find somewhere else to sleep.
Well, actually, we're moving.
What?
Oh yeah.
Yeah, 3 blocks down. Not happy about it. Third move in 2 years.
Oh.
Yeah,
Why are you moving?
well, because the place where we're in now, the units that we really wanted weren't ready yet, so we found the next best ones, and we liked it a lot. But now the ones are ready, and my wife goes, "I think I want to go there now." I'm
Oh,
like,
geez. Happy wife, happy life.
yeah, but happy husband, happy home.
There you go.
Come on now. And the first time we moved, my wife and daughter weren't even around. They were visiting her mother. I had to do all the moving myself. I had to enlist a few friends, but it wasn't full time.
Wow.
Yeah, they left me in the lurch. But she sweetened the pot a little bit. They are hiring movers. So all the heavy stuff, big stuff, they're gonna just move themselves. And I'm happy with that, I guess. But we're in the process of packing again. But we'll be moving in 2 weeks. It's a little more
good.
private, a little more
I
secluded.
like
so.
to be in a nicer place.
Like I said, we have a tent.
Oh, and Paul is sending me teeny weeny to travel with, so don't get lonely.
You better hope he doesn't, because if I get hold of it, I will put that on a stick and roast it,
Poor
and I will film it and post it on my YouTube channel. I promise you that.
Poor teeny.
No, there's no such thing as poor teeny.
Oh, poor Kim. He just found out his ferret wasn't a ferret.
What was it, a martin, or whatever they call those?
We thought it was a martin, and
Because they look like
ferret. But I just looked at Lulu's page, and she says it's a ferret she has on her page, and that's what it looks like, exactly like that.
Could have got away.
Okay.
That's why I just told Kim to go on Lulu's front page. He'll see it.
Yeah. It could be a weasel. Oh, could it be
Well,
a weasel?
it also could have been a ferret that somebody just either lost.
But has a wide mouth.
Yeah.
But it has the same.
Better to eat you with, Kim.
What's on Lulu's page? It's exactly what we have here. It's a ferret.
Yeah, it could have been somebody's pet that got away.
Yep.
Because ferrets aren't really indigenous to this area, I don't think.
Canada.
You might want to, Roger, put the word out to the neighbors that there's a ferret and maybe somebody's lost it and looking for it.
No, they probably got rid of it.
Kim says it looks like your Lulu, but has a wide mouth.
Because they've been closing a lot of farms around here that were doing ferret raising.
Oh, really?
Yeah, because lots of these guys don't take care of the cages and all that. And
there's really a surprise.
Disgusting. And they've been closing a lot of those down. So
maybe someone just opened it.
Probably a lot of ferrets on the loose.
Yeah.
Wide, flat mouth.
Okay, Roger, just to let you know, I'm trying to do the right thing. I've submitted the paperwork for the permit to fly in Canada about at least a week ago.
Okay.
So that gives me 6 weeks or so, roughly 5 weeks or so left, I guess. Maybe 4 weeks at this point. We'll see if they respond. Yeah,
but there's no problem there if you don't have the paper. There's no way people are going to be saying.
Oh, I know it's not going to stop me, but I'd like to at least try to do the right thing, and then and then if they come at me, I'll say, "Listen, you guys got to get your shit stuff together." Sorry,
get your shit in here. That's it.
I put you down as my visual observer with your number, so I appreciate that. That's so good. It looks all official, and I even had my my license on there with with all my registration of my drone. I'm only bringing my Mavic. Well, I'm only bringing my Mavic because it is registered.
Yeah.
I don't have any unregistered drones. Just letting you know.
Okay. Kim has unregistered drones.
Did you just say that live? Run, Kim, run! Hide your drones.
Yeah, but those drones but those drones are under the weight. They don't need to be registered.
I don't know if they're under the weight or not. I gotta put it on the balance, see what they are.
Roger, they're under the weight, Roger.
Yeah, they are.
Let's see. Congratulations to all. Hope all is going well.
Wow. Veta Ozaki, how you doing? Oh,
Nice,
that's
nice,
really weird writing on there.
nice font. Very gothic.
Yeah.
Oh, salutations. I'm sorry, didn't get the S.
It's tough. Isn't it sad that they don't teach script in school anymore?
Yeah. Doing very good here. Doing very good there.
At least they don't in the States. Kids don't even know how to sign their name anymore.
Oh, with cursive?
They do it by,
Yeah, cursive. They don't teach cursive anymore in New York State, at least. It's
That
awful.
seems
They do.
seems really odd to me.
Well,
hey guys, hold on. I gotta run my coffee cup into the kitchen before Kim gets down. Hold on.
Okay.
Hurry, because he's coming. I have to go close some blinds, maybe. Oh my God.
You mean you got sun?
Only on the days I work.
only on the days that Teeny Weenie isn't around.
That's right. Football camp. Oh, okay. So not a Martin then. They have pointy noses like ferrets. Remote. I have to register my 9 drones at a mere 160 per drone
Yeah,
next
yeah.
month.
It's
Are
ridiculous.
you serious?
He gets hammered.
Do you do that every year, Ari? That is ridiculous.
And Ari, I really liked your last video I saw.
Yeah, it was good.
Very well said, sir. Very well said. I can't do that. Otherwise, I think I'd try it myself. But he was so articulate about it, and so I'm glad we got people like Ari to speak for us. Not that he should have to speak for us, but he did a good job. So I appreciate it, Ari.
Yeah. Hey, Chris Hope. That's their plan. My plan is probably to shut down the business. Oh my God.
And I swear, sometimes like in New York State, especially with workman's compensation insurance and stuff, they make it so impossible for small businesses to succeed. It's almost if they don't want you to succeed, they outprice everything.
So are you saying, Nomadic, that you can't see all the guys on the bottom? Because what we have right now is we have Roger, of course, you know Roger, then Centroid, who we call Mark, and then Paul Murray, who does all the ship videos. And then we have me, Val's Life.
The infamous Val.
Yes.
Oh, and maybe he's implying that he can't see Teeny.
Shut up.
You don't want to see Teeny. Same thing. Huh?
I got my finger on the button.
Can
Got
find me
finger on the
button.
Yeah, Lulu love. Yeah, we've been having crappy weather here. Yeah, rain, winds, rain. You name it, we got it. We had 2 days of warm weather, but very windy.
Oh my God, we had so much wind yesterday and the day before. Lost
Yeah.
power because of it.
Wow.
And our lines are underground. Go figure.
We lost power this morning very early. I don't know why, because
Wow.
John Pool's in the house.
Hey, Drone Bull, what's up, man?
I hope you're feeling better, John Pool. Hope you're still not in the ER.
What? What was he in the ER for?
What happened?
No, he wasn't. He was in the ER yesterday. So.
Oh no.
Why? Jump pool.
Training down there, Carpenter Rick. Okay.
Oh yeah. Oh, I see what you mean. Yeah. It's hard to read it. The guy who showed up in script is called Thote Oxaki, something like that. What did they say was wrong with you, John Pool?
It's that Zaki.
I'll be right back.
And the generator got tired. Oh my God.
I hope you're better now, Drone Pool. And Drone Pool, man, thanks again for that whoop, man. You put me on my way to this FPV thing. I'm saying thank you. I'm sure my wife's not.
glasses with me.
Maybe
Oh,
Mark,
wow.
the movers are going to move her stuff, and you're not going to be able to go with her.
As long as they don't touch my drones, I'm good.
Oh, I can see death coming. You better be there when I get there.
Nobody stands between a man and his drones.
Well, then again, Val, you know, I do have a tent. It might be me in the tent, not you.
I think it will be.
So exactly what date you planning on being here, guys?
Yeah, well, if you land on the 17th, we can either leave the next day or leave right away. I'm good either way, Val.
I say we leave right away. Just go. Go, 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 go.
Sounds good to me.
Woo, woo, woo.
I just, you might be able to meet my wife when we come back because she's actually heading out too. So she's not going to be here when you get here. But but being that we're coming back on Monday, I think you'll get to meet her then.
Oh, good. Oh, good.
So this way I can make sure that I dispel any myths about me before you talk to her.
So you guys are leaving there on the 17th.
17th.
You're leaving on the 17th?
Which is a Thursday, right?
Yeah.
Wednesday.
Yeah. Okay, wait a minute. I still got this in June.
Oh, it's a Wednesday. Ooh.
I think so.
Okay.
Hold on, let me go check.
Yeah, double check.
I could be wrong.
It's a Wednesday.
Uh-oh. Okay, so maybe I have to take 2 days off. That's okay. I'm
Are
good.
you sure?
Yeah.
Okay. So going on the 17th, and we come back on the 22nd. Like 1, 2, 3, 4. Yeah, you have 4 nights with us. Can you stand it, Roger?
Oh yeah.
Well, he might.
Yeah.
He might get a break from me though. I might go see my cousin for a little bit, a couple of those days.
Not getting a break from me, Roger.
No problem.
Oh my God, the lighting here. Oh, is this close? Let's see. Without meaning to be mean, if the font. Yeah, I agree. It'd be easier to read. RPA.
It is beautiful though.
Beautiful, but yeah. Yeah, I don't understand.
Yeah, it would be easier to read Vita Ozaki a little bit bigger. It'd be a lot easier for us to read.
It's just that we're not used.
Yeah, I got old eyes and old glasses, so
We're just not used to that style.
And I wonder if that font is also in bold or just regular. So that's what I don't know. It might work in a bold font.
Might. Okay, I'm gonna close
stylish.
this.
Yeah, I think it looks good.
Hey, Wakey, how you doing? Good morning, or good afternoon to you, I should say.
I'm looking at it on a 23-inch monitor, so I can read it. But
I'm looking at a 42-inch and I can't read it. You got old everything, Roger. Yep, that's it. Yeah, there you go. Everybody check everybody's channels out. I sent a link out to Bill, the drone reviewer.
he usually comes in 10, 30, 11, doesn't he?
Yeah. Geek Savannah cannot come in because he's working again, so there's no problem there.
We haven't heard from Robert today yet either.
No. Or John.
Yeah.
I charged all my batteries yesterday. I woke up into the rain. Oh crap, Drone Pool. Sorry to hear that. We got the same weather here, Drone Pool. I hope that you guys get nice weather when you come down. But in July it's usually dry and it's nice out.
Well, as long as you don't get out of cooking ribs, I think I'll be okay.
Oh, that's my barbecue's under the balcony here, so there's no problem there.
Oh, there we go then.
What's all this crap about the new Canadian drone law regulations? Oh, they're all just regulations. I mean, everything's cool.
It just went into effect. They went into effect June the 1st, though, right?
Yeah, it went into effect June the 1st. Yeah.
I think everybody knew about them. It's just that.
Yeah.
What are the any specifics?
No, no, not
You
really.
have to register and take a test, I think is basics.
Yeah,
Oh,
that's the
we all
only-
knew that was coming, right? That's nothing new.
Oh, yeah, yeah,
Nothing new about it, right?
that's it.
Nope.
I thought there was something new.
No, nothing new.
Don't we just have to go there and take that test?
What? Oh, that's in the States. You're talking about 107.
No, I'm talking about when we go to Canada. Can't we just go online and take their
No,
test?
No, you
no,
have to be a citizen.
you have to be a Canadian citizen. You have to do it in advance in writing. And they give you a specific time frame, I think.
Yeah, I had to put in the dates I was there. I was going to be there and when I was going to fly and what my purpose was. Basically, Roger, I'm trying to sell you a Mavic 2 Zoom, and I'm demonstrating the capabilities. So don't feel obligated, but
Oh my God.
that's what I said. That's my story, and I'm sticking to it.
Cool.
Roger will need to fly it the whole time you're here, though, to test it.
I hope he does. I'm sure it's not much different than the Spark. It's the same app.
Mark is going to spoil Roger.
I was gonna bring the Typhoon H, but I think my batteries are bad. They're all swollen. And I didn't even store them fully charged. I'm very disappointed. And you know how much one battery is for that damn thing?
$60, no, about $30, 35.
Try 175.
175.
Holy
They're
crap.
they're
Hey,
190.
Manic.
They're $190 for the Inspire One.
Oh my God.
Yeah, so I won't be flying my Typhoon H anytime soon. Not that I had any plans to, but I was gonna bring it for fun. But holy crap!
And Roger, the Inspire 2 takes 2 batteries, and the bill on that is $300.
No, I thought you could fly it with one. It just is not gonna fly very long.
No, according to when I had it, unless they've changed it. When I had it, it won't let you take off one. It'll let you hot swap them.
Okay, because when I was looking at buying one, they only sold it with one battery. Oh wait, Inspire. No, maybe it's the Inspire One.
The Inspire One. The
That's what
Inspire
it was.
2 has
Oh,
the
yeah.
2 batteries that slide in side by side.
Yeah. And I think the Inspire One you could put 2 batteries in if you wanted to.
No.
No, okay. I thought
Went in from the top and slid down.
Well, I wouldn't know because I never owned one,
So
I defer to the pro.
Remote pilot is one TB47 is $250. TB48 is $330
What's that for? Oh, yeah.
for the Inspire.
I'll stick to my FPV batteries that are $15 a piece right now.
Right?
And you got to remember that's in Australian dollars. Maybe translates to American, but I was buying my Inspire One batteries. I think $178 or $179 plus shipping.
Okay.
And I had about 6 of them.
Okay. Gotta love the down under tax. There you go. Here our taxes. Here right now the gas is at $1.25 a liter. So you better fill up your tank before getting to the border there.
Yep, right. Yep, will do.
Yeah.
Well, actually, it's sad because actually I get to the border. It takes me only about an hour to get to the border.
Oh.
Because
okay.
I'm in central New York, so I'm right in the Thousand Islands, about an hour and a half, I should say. So I could do that, but it's not going to make that much of a difference.
Now, Mark, what border crossing are you going to use?
I use the one right at the Thousand Islands, right over the St. Lawrence, the channel there.
Okay.
Right into Ontario, I guess.
So I give you some advice. Make sure you got Canadian money on you.
Always do.
Val, make sure you got Canadian money on you.
We can stop at the duty free and exchange if need be. You don't get the best exchange there, but if you forget, we can. Yeah, but you know what? The banks here in New York, you can't get Canadian money.
Oh,
They
no.
won't. They won't exchange. No, I go there. I'm like, I like Canadian money. They're like, we don't hold it. We don't have that Canadian money.
How
Okay.
do you get Canadian money?
Well, it looks, it's if you only have American money, I can go with you to the bank here, and you'll
Mhm.
get a Canadian money, and you'll get the full exchange.
Yeah, or you can, and we can check at the duty free and make sure that
Yeah.
if
Yeah.
I usually
Yeah.
stop there anyway.
Okay.
I think if you also use a Canadian ATM, it'll spit out Canadian money.
Yeah, but then
Yeah.
you get but the problem is when you do that with your card, at least it happens with my bank card. My bank charges me a fee for that.
Yeah. Yeah.
So then you get hit with a fee for that transaction.
That's right.
So you get the exchange rate, but then you lose it on the fee.
Right.
They get you somehow.
Yeah. And
So you don't
take.
they don't take American dollars where you are?
Oh yeah,
Roger?
they take American dollars, but
But
they
they
won't give
don't.
you the exchange.
They give you a crappy exchange. They almost give you
They
one.
give you a very
Ah.
low
They
exchange
give
rate.
you one almost one for one, which you don't want.
Yeah, don't worry about Val. If you want, just bring the American money down. We'll go to the bank here and
Don't worry, Val. I'll exchange it for
Yeah. yeah. There you go.
Uh-huh. No, because
Yeah.
I was just wondering where in Boise I
Yeah,
could
it's
exchange.
probably not easy because a lot of places, unless you're near Canada, might not
Well,
carry that currency.
Are you a good customer with your bank, Val?
Mm-hmm.
Well, what you do is you can pre-order, I think, the Canadian money and say,
That
I'd
is
like
true, I think.
I'd like to walk. I call them up and say, can I get $300 or $500 in Canadian money? And they'll say, yeah, we'll order it and we'll have it like Tuesday or Thursday or whatever.
Yeah. Yeah, Wakey. We just went down. Our gas prices just went down here in Quebec. Yeah, we were at $1.41. Now they're down to $1.24.
That's a liter, right?
Yeah.
Yeah, we're at about in New York. We're at about 2.75 a gallon.
Okay.
Really? We're at 309 or 319,
Yeah,
something like that.
Yeah. See, our dollar's worth only 74 cents compared to your money.
Yeah.
Oh, Jesus.
Yeah.
Like I said, Val, I'll take your money. I'll exchange for you.
Mhm. Oh my gosh. So for every dollar I give them,
they're
going to give me $1.25.
No.
No, they won't. The banks will give you this exchange, but in the stores here they won't.
Don't worry, Val. I do math good.
Yeah.
I think the growing rate here at Sarnia is like if you give them an American dollar, they give you $1.11.
Wow.
Not here though. Not in stores though. That's for sure.
I know. He only loves me for my money.
Yeah.
Mark.
Yeah, and our taxes here are at 15%.
We're at 8.
Oh.
Yeah.
New York is 8%.
I think we're at 6 or 7.
Yeah, Michigan 6% sales tax.
So it's 15%.
The only thing we're lucky here now for is there's no tax on food here. Well, except for if it's what you call that junk food, yes, there is tax on it.
I think in New York where there's no tax on what they call the staple foods like milk, bread, and stuff like that. But yeah, if you buy a candy bar, you're getting taxed.
Yeah, hell yeah.
Really?
Yeah, here too.
Yeah, I think in Michigan it's the same thing. It's unprepared food. If it's unprepared, like going to a grocery store or whatever. But if somebody's cooked it or manufactured it or whatever, you're going to pay tax.
Oh yeah.
Just a minute. So you don't pay tax on food, Paul?
Depends on the food.
Only on prepared food.
Okay, we pay tax on everything. You buy it, 6%.
Burger King, McDonald's, all the or you go to a restaurant, there's sales tax.
Yeah.
If you go to a supermarket and buy a steak, like Roger buys those great big huge steaks, there's no sales tax on that.
No, there's no tax on that. No.
Yeah, I don't think there's tax on eggs or steaks or meat or anything like that with us either.
There isn't with us. There's just 6% across the board.
Hey, Art,
no matter what we get.
Yeah. Ontario, we have 8% plus 7%. That's 15%. Yeah. Because we've got 2 taxes to pay: the provincial tax and the federal tax.
Yep.
So,
really?
They get you twice.
Yeah.
They get you twice.
Yeah, the U.S. we don't have a federal sales tax.
No. Give them time, though. Give them time.
Yeah.
They already tax everything we make, so I think that's all.
Well,
they
that's it.
could have.
Well, they do that to the Canadians too.
Yeah.
They pay provincial and government income tax too, if I'm not mistaken, right, Roger?
Yeah.
Somebody told me that in Canada, if you add it all up, you're paying almost 55% in taxes just on everything. You know, everything.
Almost.
Oh my gosh.
Because I would imagine the gas tax is high over there too, isn't it, Roger?
Well, that's why. Yeah, that's why it's
Especially
so
with the carbon
expensive.
tax. Yeah.
And your tax is included in the price that you mentioned, right, Roger?
Yeah. Yeah.
So yeah, that's why it's so damn expensive. It's ridiculous.
Well, I gotta tell you, it's too much. I can't keep up with all of it.
I blame Val.
I do too.
Yeah, that's the easiest way to do it. But
Hey, what's
you know
up,
what
Furball?
Val does is she blames Paul. So I mean, it's kind of a
I
circle.
do. It is.
Hey, Centroid, do you carry
Carry what?
a gun?
No, I don't. Why?
Okay. No, just
can't
make
bring
sure
it.
you got no ammunition in your truck or whatever.
No, I don't.
Okay.
Although
You
Go ahead.
gotta leave your gun at home.
Okay,
I'll do.
you
Will
carry a
do.
gun?
Yeah, not at the border. The border, they'll make you go back home, or they'll seize your gun, destroy it.
No, I don't. I never had a carrier's permit.
Okay.
I did shoot, skeet shoot, and stuff like that, but I only brought it when I went. I never carry anything in my
Okay.
vehicle. Although my wife, did I ever tell you this story, Roger? 50 years of going through the border, never get pulled over by the Canadians. Never get pulled over at the Canadian
Border.
going into Canada. Always
Okay.
going into the United States because they're they are who they are. But going into Canada, never an issue. So we get to the border, and guy asks me questions. And one of the questions is, "Do you have any weapons or anything? Pepper spray, blah 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 blah." I'm like, "Oh, no, officer. Not at all." So he goes, "Okay, I need you to pull over." I'm like, "What?" He goes, "I need you to go over there, pull over." I'm like, "Okay." And we pull over, and my wife's like, "What's this about?" I said, "I don't know." Like, I've never been pulled over by the Canadians before. So we're in there, and we were in there for about an hour. And my wife goes, "Is it a bad time to tell you that I have pepper spray in the glove compartment?" I'm like, "Yeah." I'm like, "What the?" I said, "You heard me tell him that we had no pepper spray. Why do you even carry it?" "Well, I don't know." And she went on and on and on. Well, come to find out, it had nothing to do with that. Thank God I didn't panic and start blabbing.
Yeah.
My wife, in her infinite wisdom, whenever she does legal documents, she changes her name. Apparently, her name is Kathleen with a K, but sometimes it's Kathy, sometimes it's Kathleen. And so on her marriage license, it's Kathleen. On her driver's license, it's Kathy. On this, it's Kathleen.
Oh boy. Oh boy.
It raised the red flag. So after about an hour or so, they called her up, and I'm like, "Oh, it's her. I didn't even realize this." And I saw them look at her, and they, in a very stern voice, they go, "Are you Kathleen or are you Kathy?" She goes, "I don't understand." They go, "Are you Kathleen or are you Kathy?" She goes, "Well, I'm Kathleen, but I go by Kathy." And they grilled her. They said, "Are you Kathleen or are you Kathy?" And she goes, "I'm Kathleen." And they were having fun with her, I think, at that point. They said, "Well, you need to be careful with your legal documents because they're very inconsistent. That's why you got flagged."
Okay.
Mm-hmm.
And
it's a good thing she didn't say to him, "Well, I'm bipolar, so I'm."
I got that personality. There you go. Hey, John DiNardo, how you doing?
Hey, John.
John is here.
John DiNardo, what's up, man?
He's been working his tail off at the
Hey,
shop.
Herman.
And Herman's in. What's up, Phantom Flight?
Herman.
I hear Novice Quads is going to maiden his Cinewhoop that he finally got fixed.
Oh, you got it fixed?
Yeah, here's the thing. Apparently, the receiver he got was European or was flashed with a European firmware.
Oh, geez.
And so when he reflashed it, it worked fine.
Cool.
This poor guy was fighting a ghost there for the longest time.
Uh-huh.
Yeah, the company sent him the European one instead of the North American.
Oh,
You-
God.
Jesus. Who would have
Oh.
thought that
Tinder
one?
assignment. Oh my God, remote. Hey, Herman.
That's funny.
Hey.
Sorry, that's funny.
Hey, Mark,
Yeah.
wasn't it somebody
Whoop.
I lost Paul.
somebody online mentioned it to him, I think, that to check that.
Well, not the we wanted him to flash the right stuff, but it was the problem was I think it was being recognized as European, so it kept reflashing it European.
Ah,
You know what I mean? So I think he did it, if I'm not mistaken. I'm just speculating. So I think I think it was Night Train got him to do it. Was trying to get him to do it, and he flashed it, and nothing happened. I think maybe in the coding that it was recognized as a European, so it automatically defaulted to the European firmware. I don't know, but again, I wasn't there.
hang on.
Whoop, Mia's after somebody.
Uh-oh.
Be careful, Paul. Paul left.
He's going to take care of Mia.
Mm-hmm.
So, John, are you at home now, or are you at the office, or are you still working your butt off?
I gotta find where I left off.
Okay, so who's getting married in Canada on the 17th through the whatever? Because that's what I'm probably going to have to tell my district why I'm going away, and I have to take 2 days off. I'm going to a wedding in Canada.
Just tell them Kim and Roxy are getting married.
Oh, no, too far there, Val. Too far. Bad Val. Bad Val.
They don't have to know. I need to crash something. Don't crash your own wedding, Kim.
Oh, don't worry, Furball. I already crashed like 6 times this morning. That's why I'm doing what I'm doing right now. I got to meet up with Paul in 2 hours.
Oh, yeah?
Yeah. We've got we're getting into racing with CNY drones. We want to start hosting actual sanctioned races, not necessarily for schools, and for people who want to do racing. So we got this timing system. It's called Live Time, and I'm somehow got, how shall I say, asked to be the one to do it. So he knows a little bit more about it than I do. So we're going to go and test it and actually run it through its paces so I can learn a little bit more about it. And so we're going to fly drones, mimic a race, and see how this thing works and behaves. So
nice.
DJI makes them.
I ordered these motors, and I realized I ordered the wrong ones for the second build, and they're garbage.
Oh,
yeah. The way the bells are held on are with stupid little snap rings. So if you crash ever so slightly, the whole motor falls apart. And so I got to use them until I exhaust them.
Oh my gosh.
Garbage. They look just like the ones that I have on the other quad. One has an S after it, and one does not, as far as the model name. And I ordered the wrong one. So live and learn.
Yeah. We learn by our mistakes, as they say.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
I'd rather not if I can help it.
Yeah, that's a lot cheaper.
Hey, Roger, I'll be right back. Give me about 5 minutes.
Good, we can talk
about back in.
Good, we can talk about Val now.
So, yeah, it's gonna be fun when you guys get down here.
Oh yeah, it'll be a blast. I'm looking forward to it.
Which border are you coming in by? The New York border?
Yeah, the one by right there in Ontario. Not the one by Plattsburgh. I'm coming in down where the two bridges on the Thousand Islands, right
Okay.
in that area, because it's literally about an hour and a half for me.
Okay.
And I avoid the city with that new route you guys have. There's a little toll there, but it allows me to avoid going through Montreal to get to my. I'm assuming that's the direction I'm going to. Are you
Are you
east of Montreal or are you west of Montreal?
I'm no good at that. I'm east of Montreal.
Yeah, so that'd probably be the.
I'm in Eastern Townships.
Yeah, so that I think I know which route I'm going to be taking. It'd be essentially it'd be the same way I'd go to my cousin, but at some point I'd just take a right instead of left.
Okay.
But I have your address and I'll be using GPS, so that'll help.
Yeah, as soon as you you're gonna take I think it's the 401.
Yeah,
you come from Ontario.
Yep.
Go to
Yep.
401,
sounds familiar.
and you grab the 20.
Yep, the 20 is the one. Yep, and
Yeah.
they've redone some of that roading, and now it's actually a toll there.
They're doing a lot of construction.
Yeah,
a lot.
But but I think it's done now. Last time I went there, but I don't know when the last time you traveled that route.
You know, you grab the 20, go towards Quebec City.
Yep.
Like you do for your cousin.
Mm-hmm.
And then it's a breeze. You get off on the exit 173.
Yeah.
And that means you go on when you get off on the 173, you fall on the 55.
I have to. I wish I knew the address because we used to go to these brunches at these maple farms, and I think it's out near you. That it may not be right near you, but I know it's past St. Hyacinth and stuff where my mother grew up and stuff, and it's probably like on the way to you or something. It sounds familiar.
Talk about New Brunswick?
That I don't know. That
okay. No, but yeah. Well, anyway, it's not. We're not very far from St. Hyacinth anyway. So.
Oh yeah.
Hey, Rodney Bell. Good morning. Good morning again.
Hey, what's up, Rodney Bell? And you know what? They started doing a Saturday morning sunrise stream now. I just saw that this morning. Him and shoot, I forget who was the other one. But yeah, they're doing a Saturday morning sunrise thing. At least I saw it this morning. It was kind of cool. I didn't watch it. I didn't get a chance to watch it, but I saw the notification for it.
Okay. Crap. Rodney Bell, John Donato, Ricky Dove, Remote Pilot, Magic. I'm glad everybody's in this morning. Please don't forget to hit that like button. Helps out my channel. So how long are you supposed to go flying with
Lewis?
Lewis, yeah.
Till I run out of batteries.
Okay.
I got 10 to go. No, we'll see. Or until I break every quad I got. which seems to be the MO these days.
Kim's got to get his button gear and get his QX up and running, and
hey, better have that thing running when I get there. No pressure there, Kim.
Yeah.
No pressure, buddy.
I didn't know if you were going to come in by the Vermont border or the.
Yeah, I'll be back with you guys in a bit.
Okay, no worries.
I'm where I am. I'm literally central New York, so I'm so far west from Vermont. That's not even an option.
Okay.
Not even an option. I've never actually been through the Vermont border, to be honest with you, because growing up, I grew up literally between a town which was right between Albany and New York City. So it was the Northway straight up, and we always went through that border right outside of Plattsburgh.
Okay.
What is it, Beekmantown, that area, whatever, if you've ever been there.
Yeah.
Or as they say, Beekmantown, don't you know?
I've been pretty much all over this area from Ontario, and I used to work for a security company a long time ago, and when Day and Ross when they had their strike, their trucking strike.
Oh, really?
We were doing the escorts for the truckers. We used to leave all the way from Ontario all the way up to New Brunswick,
Uh-huh.
Heartland, then come back, then go back to all the way up to Ontario again, and go back all the way up to Heartland and
Oh,
New Brunswick.
Jesus. It sounds like a heck of a run.
Everything was paid. Our food was paid. The hotels were paid. Everything was
That's
paid.
cool, though. As long as it was paid.
Yeah. A hell of a lot of driving, though.
Oh, I bet. Looks like God darn nut.
That was fun, though. I remember one time we were doing the escorts, and we had police escorts also.
Oh, really?
Then we used to be in the front of the trucks, and you see the two cop cars come like this, join each other, side by side. Next thing you know, they're passing beer from one car to the other.
Now,
okay.
now I don't know if I told you this story, and I apologize. I may have told it to you. When earlier on, I think I told you my grandfather had a bakery and a hotel restaurant in St. Hyacinth.
Mm-hmm.
And my mother actually grew up in the hotel. One of her rooms was actually one of the rooms in the hotel. It wasn't actually very, I guess, nice. It wasn't like having a home, so to speak.
Yeah.
But that was the lifestyle,
Yeah.
And the if I'm not mistaken, back then it's the same as today that like liquor stores are owned by the government. They're run by the government, correct?
Yeah.
And apparently there was a strike at one point, or there was some situation where my grandfather was losing his, how shall I say, his butt, because when you run a restaurant, most of your money's made on the liquor.
Yeah.
And he couldn't afford, or he couldn't get liquor, and he was losing money with what was going on. And this is how my father got in good, because he lived in Connecticut, and he was dating my mother at the time, going up a lot to visit her in Canada.
Mm-hmm.
And my father essentially became a rum runner for my grandfather.
Oh, that's
so what he did was he had an old Ford LTD. He still had it when I was born. Because back then people took care of their cars and they lasted a bit longer.
Yeah.
But what he did was he took the whole back seat out, made a false seat, and upholstered it, and did the same thing with the back trunk. And he would bring like 12 cases of liquor across the border, and he would do that like 3 times a week for his soon to be father-in-law. Talk about making him good with the in-laws. He could do no wrong after that, but I'm assuming he could have gotten into some serious trouble if he got caught.
He could have gotten about 10 years jail.
Yeah. My father, he was never one about listening to those kind of rules.
Yeah, that's it. Yeah, my father too, the same thing.
So yeah.
Joan Interest Group, how you doing this morning?
Hey, Jerry. How's it going, man? Shoot, man.
So what'd you break on that drone there? The motors, right?
Yeah, this is the one with the motor. Do you see? I'll put it in the camera. See how that bell is off completely? You can see the windings on the motor. I didn't even bother to go look for it, because there are small pieces you can replace it with. I'm just going to use them until they're dead, because I'm just going to replace it now. It was just a stupid thing I did in live and learn. So I'm just replacing that motor now. But unfortunately, I got to take the stack apart to get to the wiring. I blame it on Paul.
Yes, Mark, I blame Paul all the time too.
That's it. I'm out. I can't even hear teeny weeny.
Yep, you stop it.
Yeah, this morning, this morning when I went on the live stream, when your picture comes up on your cam,
yeah,
the corner it's marked live.
Yeah,
a blue box came out this morning. I was saying that seeing that Hangouts is not going to be on very much longer, they want us to start going with YouTube.com
YouTube Live
webcam. Yeah.
Oh, interesting. Now, here's the question: will you be able to? Well, we'll probably still be able to use Skype, right?
I don't know.
Well, they can't stop you from using Skype if you're using OBS. That is.
Yeah.
What
I'm gonna do later, when I get off this live stream, just for the fun, I'm gonna do a test and go to that channel we're talking about and see what goes on.
Mm-hmm.
You see how it's done.
Well, hopefully there's no charge for using it, because that's the problem with Google
That's
Hangouts.
what they're doing. That's what they're doing in Europe, you know.
Yeah.
Yeah, Rulin was talking about that.
Yeah.
So he was doing his live stream, and I guess.
Well, tell you the truth, if it's only $5 a month, it's worth it.
Yeah,
If it's
maybe.
only $5 a month, it's worth it. But if it's more than $10, forget it. You know.
Well, I mean, if there are free things, you know, it's. I don't know. I get it. You got to make $1, I guess.
Yeah. YouTube's making bucks with us, believe us.
Yeah.
No, I'll try it out, see what it goes on after. Good to see you guys. I've been checking in as often as possible. Real busy. Yeah, join interest group. I know it's you know, like I'm telling everybody, work is more important than YouTube. That's for sure.
Mm-hmm. Oh, get this! I think I'm going to be following in Lewis's footsteps. I got to meet. The superintendent's calling a meeting with me next week. Assistant superintendent.
Oh yeah, cool.
Yeah. Well, no, it's not necessarily cool. I'm not in any trouble. Depends on how you look at it. But see, in most districts in New York State, if a district is in trouble and they can't find somebody to teach a course, by contract, they can make you teach something outside your tenure area. So in theory, if they can't find a Latin teacher, they can ask me to teach a section of Latin, and I can't say squat about it. And
yeah, but if you don't know Latin, what the hell?
Oh, trust me, they've done it. Not necessarily Latin. I've seen them do it to a math teacher, and he quit. They made him teach earth science, and he couldn't do it. And it was his first year teaching. He quit. So it's a shame. But here's the thing. I think I stepped in it because they're trying to bring in this, what they call the CET program, which is a tech program. And they want it to be a scoping course where it involves technology, science, and math. And they want it to be drone related.
Okay.
And they have this guy who's really good with technology, but has no knowledge of drones whatsoever. And I've been working with him because I've been asking him about stuff because, you know, I'm new to this club thing, and I've been asking him advice. And I told him I'd help him any way I can. But now they are thinking about making me teach a section of that course. But you know what? I have to, they can't. I'm going to see if they're going to make me versus ask me. And if they're asking me, there are going to be certain conditions that have to be met first, because they have a problem of just saying, well, do it. And it's like, okay, where's the money? You know, yeah, you can't do this without money, you know? So
yeah, that's true.
So we'll see what they have to offer and see if it's exactly what I think. But I was warned by my department chair that that's what was coming down the pike. She's like, did you hear from Casey yet? I go, why? She goes, oh, just have to warn you. He goes, you stepped in it now.
Hey, Night Train, how you doing?
Night Train in the house.
Dad McArron, how you doing? Who's going to the International Open? I just got my invitation and I'm super excited.
Is that tennis? Is that tennis when they talk about that?
I don't know.
Not a big tennis fan. Not opposed to the game, just never a big draw for me.
Malice Vex says, I'm stuck here in Australia. Don't forget, guys, tonight, 7 p.m., we're supposed to have a build with the Kush FPV.
So Roger, since you're having this build at 7 o'clock with Kush, are you breaking out with the OBS and the multiple cameras and everything?
Hell no.
I had to ask. I'm such a dork.
With this lousy internet I got, no way. I knew if I had good internet, I'm not going on OBS.
There's no real need for it. I mean, I don't mind doing it. I learned how to do it. There's arguments for and against it. It has its issues.
Kim says, Mark, when you get here, you're going to test my FPV boomerang.
Interesting. That's a great idea, actually. Put a camera on a boomerang.
Oh no, Bad Macaron. Macaron says Indiana AMA headquarters puts on 5-day FPV racing freestyle.
Nice. Nice.
No, thank you, remote. No, I'm okay.
Trust me, remote. I've tried to help him. He doesn't want my help either. So.
Okay, Rodney Bell, you have a good one. You be safe now, my friend.
Bye, Rodney. Well, that's it. Drunk. I mean, Jerry's got he's got the hit the nail on the head. It's all about money. You know, they want this program to run. It's going to cost, and it's going to cost every year. It's not a one price. It's not a one shot thing. It's supplies and parts, and it's more to it.
Okay, Bad Macaron. Aaron.
Bastard.
Aaron. I got problems with the names, man.
Well, you should see me at the beginning of the year with some of the kids' names I have to. Oh, I butcher them so badly. Well,
hey, Waxfire, how you doing?
Yeah,
hey, you put a link in.
Well, there's the motor.
Okay.
Dead. Now, let's see here. I got to use another one of these trash motors to just get it over with. Here, Roger, just to give you an idea of how stupid I am. Here's my motors.
My God.
Well, I got two of them. I stocked up on the ones I need to eventually put the right ones, but I got two of the trash ones I got to get rid of. So I might as well use them. I guess I could return them, but at this point, might as well use them till I exhaust them.
Okay, Dugan, how you doing? Yeah, I know. It's a lot of guys are busy these days, man. I know that. You know, it's summertime. I don't blame you guys for being busy in summertime. Doing pretty good. The weather sucks big time here right now. It's raining. But doing pretty good. We were supposed to get thunderstorms last night. We didn't get them, though. We got rain, though.
Here's one of the trash ones. I think these, I shouldn't call them trash. They're good. I think they're not meant for noobs like me. They're meant for people who know what they're doing when they're flying and are more likely to race and not crash, as opposed to landing in trees and hitting poles. So I can't blame the equipment. It's really me, but just makes me mad at myself more than anything else. So I can't blame the equipment.
Okay, yeah, I know what you mean. There, summertime is filming time for actors. Cool.
Paul's back.
Welcome back, Paul.
I'm back.
Welcome back.
I had to go look and see what's up on the menu next.
What's oh, chicken salad.
Yeah.
Oh, nice.
I like that on crackers.
What'd you call me?
A cracker.
Roger, I thought you said no racist remarks. I'll let that one slide.
Okay.
Oh, trust me, I've been called worse in school.
Saying rain here and strong winds. Hi, Camero Jones.
Hey, what's up, Camero?
Everybody's getting crappy weather. Everybody.
I see John Donardo was in earlier. He must have just did a little pop in, huh? Flyby.
A drive-by. Oh yeah, I think Roger was baited on that one. Yeah, I think you were. Night Train called that
Yeah.
pretty well. On his own channel, to say the least.
Yeah. I hope Kush FPV keeps up to his word, because he didn't get a hold of me yesterday, but he works till 5 a.m. every freaking morning.
Oh Jesus!
Yeah.
Where's he out of? And is it Eastern time for him?
Yeah.
Okay, so it's well.
Well,
Is he planning on getting the whole build done tonight, or are you doing it in a series like Paul did with me?
I really don't know, but I think he said something about trying to get Tim FPV with him.
Oh, that's cool. Tim or Time?
Time, sorry.
Okay. He's a good flyer too. I've seen some of his videos. Time's really good.
Anthony Benson, good morning, good morning. Arco's in the house. Arco Drone Solutions. It shouldn't be too long to build.
I think if I have all my wire tins and stuff, I mean, I've only built 2, so it's not like I've built that much. I think I could probably build it carefully, probably in about 4 hours. I know some guys can do it a lot faster, but that's just me taking my time, not screwing something up. Or trying not to screw something up, I should say. No promises.
Have a frame and camera and a VTX out for delivery today. Let the rain come today. It's best be gone by morning. Be gone by morning. Okay. Hey, Duck FPV, how you doing? Good morning.
The other way to do a drone build video would be to have a great big huge lazy Susan, and you build like, let's say 8 or 10 of them at different stages, and you turn the thing and say, okay, now after we put the props on here, then you do this, 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 and then you spin it to the next one. Now we're at this stage, hotter, then you just keep spinning the table. You could probably do a drone build in probably 20 minutes.
Oh, what are you going all Food Network on us now there?
Yeah.
That sounds like a cooking show now.
Yep. Well, aren't you actually kind of cooking up a drone?
Yeah, pretty much. Pretty much.
Not need that much of a setup. Okay. So that means in July we might be doing some live streams outdoors. But
wow.
We'll see how that goes. So when Mark comes down with Val, because they're going to be flying. I don't want to stay in the house, do live streams while they're out flying.
What we got to do is set up your 2 cameras and have one on the flying field and one on you.
Yeah.
That we may have to have OBS going, Roger. I'm sorry, man. So you can have two cameras on at once. Sorry. Hate to do it to you, man. Well, you got your fiber optic then.
I hope the hell so. I'm gonna phone him again. I'm gonna phone him again. I'm just hoping their offices are open today so I could talk to the loyalty department this morning.
Loyalty department.
Yeah,
They actually call it the loyalty department.
yeah,
Isn't that kind of oxymoronic?
yeah. I know.
It's like calling it the satisfaction department. Lack thereof.
Yeah, the lack of some. Yeah. Let's see if I can get something going here because this is ridiculous. Especially now when Kim opens his computer up, I lose my live stream. I lose my internet. It happened yesterday.
Well, the other thought we had,
Yeah.
the other thought, Mark, we had that in order to do live stream from outside was if he went live from inside and somebody were to join with their phone as like a panelist.
Yeah.
Couldn't he lock that phone on and go outside and walk around and use it?
Yeah, he could.
Yeah.
He could, I think.
I could probably invite myself on my tablet.
Yeah.
My tablet, I got my different name on it.
Yeah.
Yeah,
Sure.
that's a good idea. So I'm sorry. I must not have been paying attention. Did Val have to go to work or something, or why did she leave?
Well, she's at work as it is now.
Whoopsie.
Where's Drone Pool been? Oh, Drone Pool's in here. He was here a while ago. He charged all his batteries up last night and everything. Come up to dry. Oh, there he is. Came out to fly and it's raining today.
That sucks. Ah, you bastard. Not what I wanted. Oh well.
There we go. For John Donarlo's in the house.
John's finally in the house, huh? I wonder if things have settled down enough for him to come on with us.
I'm gonna see if Bill is if he emailed me back. Because Bill's about ready to get on. See if he comes on today. The V1 had its cons, but the V2, they are pretty good.
What's that they're talking about?
A zero FPV says the V1 had its cons.
V1 no. The V1 of what? No, version 1 of what?
Version 2. I don't know. Zero. Wait a minute. I was just trying to see.
Yeah, I was gonna say what product are they talking about? I'm curious now.
The Predator's FPV cams.
Oh, okay. I'm at a crossroads, Roger.
Uh-oh.
I want to build a Cinewhoop, a 3-inch Cinewhoop. That'd be my last drone, and then I just worry about spare parts. But I think I've fallen in love with these RC things called wings. They look so much fun to fly. And I always see guys chasing them with drones and stuff, and those things just look like a lot of fun to fly, and they're a little less expensive than building a drone. So,
Joe, I hope the doctors do find out what's wrong, so at least they know how to treat what's going on, my friend.
Yeah, right. Yeah, all the best to you, man. Hope it all works out.
Well, those mono-wing drones, how do they handle wind? Because they're mostly real light, aren't they?
Well, everything's light because they're all made of styrofoam these days, to my knowledge. They fly. I was warned though that they don't fly like a fixed wing with the elevators in the back, the tails and whatnot.
Right.
Right. Talking with some guys that I met up with last week, they claim that if you fly FPV and you're used to working with a drone, that you're actually more likely to do better than somebody who's only flown fixed wing, supposedly, because of the way the action works with a drone, because obviously you don't have the same kind of stability in the back like you would with a fixed wing with the elevators or air rounds, whatever you call them. Because apparently if you're kind of going down and you would, whatever normal maneuvers you would make with a regular fixed wing aircraft, if you do the same maneuver to pull out of it, you would just kind of yaw into a spiral because it's only one big wing. And they say, but if you're used to working with FPV and working with the FPV drones, it's not as much a deal. Proof is in the pudding. We'll see. But they look amazing to fly. They really do. They look like a lot.
When are you going to order one? The way you're talking about it, you sound convinced.
I'm on the fence. I'm on the fence. Here's the problem, Roger. I think I may have enough to order both, and I'm trying not to do that. Okay. I'm trying really not to, because then if I do that, I won't have money for spare parts. Unless the Lord knows I need to save some money for that. I need to, tutoring's over. I don't have any more tutoring gigs because school's over. So I gotta budget carefully. So I gotta think wisely. Yeah. So I guess you'll find out in July. If I show up and you see this 3-foot object come out of the back of my truck, you know what I did. Because it sure as heck ain't.
Well, Kim has one there he built, didn't he?
Yeah,
Roger?
yeah, but he doesn't have the motors on it or nothing yet. He's just got the wing, bare wing. That's it. He's missing a couple of parts.
Yeah, and let's be honest here. I want to make Paul understand that if I pull a 3-wing flying object out of the back of my truck, it will not be an X-class drone. that I cannot afford.
I'm waiting for Mark.
Nor do I
figure out the next step.
I don't have the guts to fly. I don't even have the guts to be near one of those things when they're on, let alone fly one. They scare the hell out of me.
Okay, Milos Vex. Okay, you have a good night's sleep, my friend. 1 a.m. over there. Do you plan on going flying today, Paul?
Well, it's cloudy. I did an early morning flight over at the school. They were knocking out the old windows, putting new windows in, and the Windows companies were there, and so I did a shot from above.
Okay.
So now what I need to do is go back here shortly and see. I got the before or during pictures. Now I need the after picture. You know?
Okay. Matt North. Hey, good morning.
Just for fun.
Well, at least you don't have to go far for flying.
Yeah, that every once in a while I click over and watch the ship cam from Port Huron, a live shot of the river.
Free music.
They got it on, there must not be anything in the area because it's still in a slow pan right now.
Okay.
But what did Furball say? I could show you how when you're here. Is he talking to me or somebody else? And I'm not so sure. Oh, just build your own wing. Okay, I got you. Well, here's the sad thing: is the wing that I looked at was on Get FPV. It's $89, and the only thing it's missing is essentially the transmitter and the batteries. It's got everything else, and I have the FPV camera I could put on it. I got spares of that. I mean, it's like 80. I could probably have that thing up and running for less than $150.
Which transmitter does it take?
Well, it's no, I can use my Tyrannus transmitter with it. What I'm thinking of, what I mean is the
Receiver.
it's got the receiver. I need the I can't think of it right now. The thing for the video signal, so that you can do the
Okay.
FPV. And I've got one of those. I've got an antenna.
Video transmitter.
I just need VTX. That's what it was. Yes. And all I need is the right batteries. And shoot. And I think I'd have everything else. I just need the right batteries. So I think for $150, I'd be up and running. I even have it even fits the high definition cameras that I have, which
Is that, hey, Mark, is that dual motors or single?
Single. It's a single push motor in the back.
Okay. So I've seen them with dual, triple, and I've seen triples and quads too.
I mean, if anybody wants me to link it, they're back ordered now, so that's saving me the pains of making the decision on it, because they're the ones I've been watching the reviews on it, and they're actually apparently very good. If anybody wants me to link it,
what's the name of it?
I don't know the name. I'll tell you what. I'll look it up real fast.
Yeah, look it up, because wouldn't it be interesting right here live if all of a sudden it says it's now available and Mark has to make a decision?
Oh, no, don't do this to me, Paul. I hate you. It's still back ordered. Do you mind if I put the link in, Roger?
Go ahead.
Here's the one I'm looking at, and I've seen quite a few reviews on it. There you go.
Oh,
and
nice.
Yeah, and I have them. Like I said, it shows you what it comes with, and then it tells you what you need. I have the control system. I have the charger. I just need the batteries. I have the video transmitter. I have the camera. And I have the GoPro. I mean, it's all I would need is batteries essentially, and I'd be up and running. And it comes built. I mean, it's a no-brainer for me.
Yeah.
And it's basically a standard FPV motor on the back that I think it's a bit more beefier than the one that I use, but easily replaced. And you can see through the camera on the side, but then you can mount high definition. GoPro right in the dead center. I just think it's a cool little bird. Hey, what's up, MU? Good to see you.
It's a nice one.
Yeah, and there are some reviews where people are flying it, and again, I don't know how they handle, but the people who fly them seem to handle them well. But that's probably because they have more experience. But it's I just see them in videos with drones and stuff, and they just look like a lot of freaking fun to fly. And I always wanted to get into. That was the first thing I wanted to do was planes before I did drones. But I'm okay with this one. And it's styrofoam. I can glue that thing back together.
Yeah.
But I won't be doing any stupid tricks with it. Well, I say that now.
Blacksfire says Centroid Images. Just build your own. Just build one and use your old drone parts.
That's true too. I mean, it's something to think about. But that I'm limited in experience when it comes to actuators and stuff like that. I'm sure I could figure it out, but right now I'm a little impatient. It's like I don't want to go through that right now. But I probably should do that. He's right. Where's the damn top? There it is. Well, the problem is my old drone parts aren't worth using. If you saw that motor I just threw behind me.
Man, it's really getting dark here. Whoa.
Are you guys supposed to get rain again?
Yeah.
Damn, we're supposed to get rain tonight.
I'm gonna have to turn the lights on pretty soon.
I should be clear for this afternoon.
I like that fixed wing, 36 inches long, wide.
Yeah, it's a big one.
Yeah.
Most people hand launch those puppies. They just toss them in the air and off they go. Get the props going. Then they skid them in for landing.
Hey, Mark, do you know when you talk to those guys, it's got to have a stall speed. How slow can you go?
Oh, that I don't know, but you're right. You're right. I don't know. I'm assuming it's slower than most RC planes.
Hey, John.
Hey, God.
Hello.
What's up, John? How's it going?
Great. See, everyone's doing pretty well out there.
Yeah. Look in the back of him.
I see it. He covered up his phone number with Pusa signs.
I did.
How you been, John?
If anybody wants
Pretty good.
John's phone number, you just let me know. I got it.
Yeah.
Oh my God. Too bad Andrew's not on this morning.
I know. I'll leave it up there, though.
Yeah.
I was going to make them bigger, but I did it quick the other day, and then I just lost track of time again. So.
Okay. So you're getting very busy there, John.
Yeah, I've been working in the shop, too. So I sold a couple of cars, and that takes up a lot of time, and getting all the paperwork done, running a registry, stuff like that. And then been working in the shop. And now these next 2 weeks, I'll be in the shop a lot because one of the guys is going on like a sabbatical to visit his parents and everything down in Tennessee for 3 weeks.
Okay.
So, and then we're going to be closed the first week of July. I give everyone a vacation then, and then.
Okay. Oh yeah, it's true. It's 4th of July for you guys. Yeah.
Yeah. 4th of July.
Yeah.
So I haven't been doing squat. By the time I get out of here, it's late at night, and then I just go home, eat dinner, and go to bed. Basically, get up early in the morning, come back to work. And
So you're off the first part of July. Are you going to Roger Palooza too?
Why you guys are having that thing the first week of July?
No, it's on the 17th. 17th.
Oh. 17th. Yeah.
17th or 18th, depends which date they get here. Nighttime, daytime, or whatever.
Thursday through Sunday.
Don't start trouble, Paul.
Yeah.
You guys are going to have it all set up on live? You're going to be live streaming the whole event or what?
Yeah. Centroid's going, and he's already put in his paperwork at Transport Canada to fly.
Nice.
We'll see if they actually respond in enough time.
All sorts of stuff they changed in Canada. I watched one guy's video about it. I guess they made it so you got to take for an advanced license, you got to take like a 30-hour class or something.
It's ridiculous. It's ridiculous. Yeah, I know which one is that. The one with the $5,000 ticket.
Yeah. That's what drew me in. It was kind of a bait and switch.
Yeah.
I'm like, what? You got a $5,000 ticket? Jesus. And then he never mentioned that, I don't think, in the whole video.
No.
And I do have my cup. I just didn't fill it up today.
Yeah, that's cool.
Yep. So I got something hot on that truck, Paul, so I won't be able to give that to you.
Damn.
He's graduating from the state police academy. I think it's tomorrow, and then he's supposed to come in towards the end of next week to pay for it. So he says. We'll see. He test drove it twice, and then he brought his father back today, and they drove it again, and he's in love with the truck. So we'll see.
I just noticed that Waxfire said something about the wings. Most wings that slow are faster than most quads. Interesting.
Yeah.
Oh, that's not helping me make I should say it's helping me make my decision. That sucks. See, the problem is it says back ordered, ships when available. I could easily buy it right now, but then I got to wait.
Yeah.
Or I can buy it from Banggood, and I probably still get it faster from Get FPV because they have them in stock.
Did they? Banggood, yeah.
But I'd probably still get it sooner from Get FPV.
Yep.
Oh, batteries are charged. Whoop.
Nice.
Yeah. So if they're faster than most, like my quads will do like 40, 45 without going to sport mode. Does that? So I would imagine then if they're saying that would have a stall speed of probably around 30, 35 miles an hour at least.
Maybe. I know that these motors, I think Lewis had I don't know how they did it. They must have had a speed gun or some sort of method, but he and his buddy did a full stick run on one of these quads, the one that I have here with the same motors and ESCs and whatnot, and they clocked it over 90 miles an hour. So they can go pretty fast.
Yep.
I don't think I've ever run these things full stick yet. I'm too scared to. And they're not even the big motors either. I can only imagine. Jeez.
Yeah, I've got a radar gun, and plus I have a LiDAR gun. I can
Are you testing me on lying right now?
checking speeds.
Oh, LiDAR. I thought you were checking to see if I was lying.
LiDAR. Yeah.
Yeah, 2.5 inch can do 75 miles an hour. So 5 inch, I'm sure is going to hit 90. Cool. Okay, is it a bad thing I have extra parts? Bring it back to
You made it lighter, that's all.
Two screws left over.
And what the hell's that? No, I'm just kidding.
Hello, everybody in the chat. I'd say hi to everybody. I haven't been around in a while. Jesus. It looks like you're right. A lot of quad guys are buying that wing for some reason because all the reviews are from like quad guys.
Yes, they are. That's the funny thing, aren't they?
That's weird. I'm like, hey, what's that all about? I always thought about getting one of those wings.
Well,
I used to buy all those styrofoam planes, because they were so inexpensive.
Yeah, well, they're styrofoam, And
Yeah, I got
Hey, Nacho rolling. Hello, Pusa fan.
and again, those guys I was flying with last weekend at the park, they were talking about the wings, and they said that that if you fly FPV, you're more adept at it from the start than people who fly regular fixed wings because they don't behave the same as a fixed wing.
No, they don't. Yeah, everything I read, they say they don't.
So proof will be in the pudding.
Yeah.
Carpenter Rick says wings are wicked. Yeah, everything's spicy. How you doing? Good morning.
Oh, hello, everything spicy.
Carpenter Rick says his goes 110 miles an hour.
Sweet.
Oh, this thing never types when I want it to.
Pudding. Sorry, Nacho. I did say pudding. Okay. Let's see if she burns up. Oh, I got to test the motor too. Crap. It's a bloody battery. There it is.
Roger, I see you changed the little icon for Canadian Drone Hub.
Yep.
That looks nice.
That was Nacho rolling that did that for me.
Yeah.
Very happy.
Yeah,
It was him. Nice.
Hey, John, did you see Anthony Benson's question to you?
Mm-mm.
It says, John, what way would you go to remove and replace a 2007 Dodge Caravan engine? 3.3.
Those come out the top. They come out the top. They don't come out the bottom.
Hey, Jim Crinnan, how you doing? Long time no see.
Where did he put that? I'm trying to
From
find
sunny
it.
Arizona. Well, it's not sunny down here, Jim.
Yeah, Nacho's in the chat right now, right? So I gotta say, I got two things to say to Nacho. Number one, really like the logo; it's really cool. And number two, I hate you because now I'm designing the 3D print for it to replace the one that I made for him from the original one. Thanks a lot, Nacho. I love doing that stuff anyway, so it's all good. And it's 3 colors now, not 2. White, black, and red.
I figured out my bro keeps telling me I'm nuts, but that's how I'm going in time. Yes. Well. Hey, UFO builder, Tim, how you doing this morning? Sorry I missed you coming in.
Oh, I hear some tones.
Oh, there we go. Motor's running the right direction. So
We got a heartbeat.
we have a heartbeat, and the motor's running the right direction. So I don't have to switch that. I can put a prop on it. Actually, I put a few props there. Pretty janky, and she's good to go.
Is it flying weather out there now?
It's gorgeous. Just a little windy.
Wow.
Going to that bathroom for a few minutes. It's nasty.
Been working a lot lately. You're tired? Okay. A lot of people have been working a lot. Summertime now, my friends. Everybody's working on their properties and everything. I know Kim did the lawn day before yesterday. That's weird. That's stupid though. You got to do your lawn almost with a jacket on. Kim had to do it with a jacket on 2 times in a row.
Yep. The other day it was 51 degrees here during the day.
Wow.
Which was freezing because it was windy too, and it was raining. Couldn't believe it.
Nacho's at work a lot also. Yeah.
Yeah, Nacho said he was working. We have a constant 15 to 20 mile an hour wind here today.
That was us yesterday.
But it's nice out, but it's just really windy. Flags are straight out. Supposed to go up to a rock quarry this afternoon. They're tearing apart a big rock crusher at one of the biggest plants in New England up here. It happens to be in Westfield, called Lane's Quarry. Some friends of mine are working on it. They want me to come up there. I was trying to get permission to fly the drone around everything, but it doesn't look like I'll be able to.
What are you flying, John?
What was that?
What are you flying?
I would have flew my Mavic.
You could, yeah, that'll handle that. Just be careful. Don't get too
So
close.
that I can't get permission.
Oh.
Who needs stinking permission?
Yeah. It's a private rock quarry, and they got some kind of conveyors and stuff up there that they don't want people to take pictures of. And
Yeah.
Oh,
blah, blah, blah.
top secret.
Yeah, that's what I said. I giggled. Okay, not a problem.
Mr. Crowley, good morning. Good morning.
Mr. Crowley in the house. Oh, come on.
Yeah.
What the hell? You're screwing on the propellers?
No, I'm trying to take this one off. It needs to be changed. And boy, that nut does not want to come off. It's being
Sorry to hear you have trouble with your nuts.
Yes, my nuts are recalcitrant.
I see Anthony Benson. Yeah, you don't want to take that engine out the bottom unless you're doing everything, because it's just not worth it on that. Just support the trainee, and you should be able to take that right out the top with no problems.
I think maybe I bent the freaking shaft on this one.
What is that, a build you're putting back together?
Yeah, the men are speaking. Yeah, I think I may have bent the shaft on this guy.
Well, John, you know those FPV guys, they're in perpetual rebuilding.
Yeah, I know that, and I'm not really an FPV guy. I play around with it and crash them an awful lot when I flip those switches into acro. I just got to spend more time on the simulators, like lots more time.
Mark, you would highly recommend a lot of time on simulators, wouldn't you?
Yeah, a lot of time on simulator is good.
Hey, Brian, True Drone Reviews. There's Roxy.
Hey, Roxy. Look at Roxy. That's cute.
But I mean, there's a lot of people who I talk to about simulators, and they're like, I do simulators, it doesn't help. And, it may just as well be something that worked for me. It may not work for everybody.
I don't see how it wouldn't if it's a good simulator,
Yeah, and and the people who do think it works say it's about muscle memory and knowing how it behaves. So it's a matter of opinion, I'm sure. But I mean, if you've never flown a quad in acro, how the hell you know how it's going to behave with those?
Right.
Without
destroying 16 of them. Yeah.
Like I said, it's the best $20 I ever spent. $20 in all the drones you can crash.
Yeah, I bought that one off of Steam. The
Liftoff?
Or
Free Rider?
No, it's just 3 letters, like DLR.
Oh, DLR. That's a racing one. I have that one too.
Hey, Mike Roach. Good day. How you doing?
What the hell?
Yeah, she's working very hard there, Paul. Oh, she's watching us. She knows we're talking about her. There you go.
Yeah.
This will be the next motor I change out.
Mike Roach was on iSpike last night with a whole bevy of people.
iSpike was on last night? Oh, yeah?
Yeah. Jesus, I forgot my darn password again.
You must have had 7 or 8 people on the panel.
No.
I haven't seen him in a while. His timing has been off for me to catch him.
How were you connecting your drone up to the simulator with the USB, or did you buy one of those 2.4 gigahertz USB?
Me?
Yeah, Centroid.
I use Velocidrone and I use the USB.
Yeah, USB. Yeah.
With my Tyrannus.
Yeah, I'm going to start out with that. Try it. I can fly them around no problem until you put it into acro, and I have no clue what they're going to do. It's worse than a plane.
Well, with DRL, I recommend going through the training sessions.
Yes, that's what I was. Yeah.
The training courses, and you get a feel for it that way.
Yeah, that's what everyone was saying. So that's why I went with that program. I just have yet to connect it up and do it. I paid for it and everything.
I haven't tried DRL with my own controller. I only ever used an Xbox controller. So to be honest with you, I've never tried it with that.
Yeah, I'm gonna do it with my controller.
So
I don't even. I mean,
Mr. Crawley got his tooth pulled this morning.
Ooh.
He broke it last night.
Oh, not good.
Okay.
That's the only thing we're not covered here for is dentists. The kids are, but we aren't.
Canada, yeah, nothing.
Because it's probably considered cosmetic, right?
Yeah. $130 get it pulled, and
oof.
Now you feel good now, Mr. Crawley?
Well, that's good.
That's what counts.
Well, the worst I had was that root canal a few weeks ago.
Yeah.
Oh, yeah. I had one of them.
Yeah. I fell asleep.
Good deal.
And I bit the doctor, apparently. I woke up to him going, let go, let go. I clamped down on his hand.
Whoops.
I got back at him. That's why I like to think.
Yeah.
Holy crap, $435?
For what? Pulling a tooth?
Christ.
Shoot, I would have done it for 20 in a pair of pliers.
Yeah, me too.
Unbelievable. He could have bought some drones.
Yeah, yeah. It's sad. You know you have a bad one. That's when how you're thinking about things. I
Yeah.
don't know. Get my tooth pulled because it's hurting really bad, or buy a couple of quads.
Yeah, true. Yeah.
Yeah.
I feel your pain, sort of there, Mr. Crowley.
Yeah. I do the same thing when I'm thinking about shop equipment. Let's see, should I actually buy this or should I buy one of those new drones?
You buy a new drone, you attach a wire to your tooth and pull it with the drone. There
There
you
you
go. X-rays, study this. Yeah, there you go. Hey, Ralph's Trucking, how you doing? You're out in the shop still listening. Cool there, Tim.
Okay, I think we're good.
Beeping.
Yeah, I just replaced the beepers. I bought these V-Fly ones, and they're not as loud as I thought they'd be, but they're a little louder than the ones that I had. But what's cool about them is that they have online LiPo battery that charges while you're flying, and if you throw your battery, it'll still beep. And it also has a sensor on it, so as it gets dark, the beeper will start to go lower, and then it'll start flashing a really bright LED.
Oh, that's cool.
And it's really bright, so I'm happy to have bought them.
What is it, on a little circuit board?
Not even. It's shoot. It's going to be hard to show it to you because it's mounted. But it's I don't know if you can. I'll put the quad. It's right underneath the blue antenna. You'll see it's right between the posts. So I don't know if you can see that. It's like a little white right between the posts, right here. This guy right there.
Oh.
And you wire it. Basically, it wires to the same place the beeper goes, and then it charges as you fly, or as soon as you plug in the battery, it starts to charge. But when you unplug your battery, it assumes after you've flown, it assumes it lost its battery, so it keeps beeping. So you've got to press it to shut it off. So it'll keep beeping once I disconnect the battery. But it's.
And you don't have to press that button to turn it on, right?
No. It activates as soon as you plug in the battery. But if I unplug the battery right away, nothing. Yeah. But as soon as you activate the ESC or something, then it senses that you're in flight mode. So if you go and unplug the battery, it thinks it lost its battery and it'll start beeping. Yeah.
That's a cool feature.
Yeah, it's not bad at all.
If that's one more step, if you had to turn that on before you go flying, that's something you could forget. So.
Yeah. Well, Lord knows.
Kind of like hitting the record button.
Yeah.
So I recorded that.
I do that with my my DVR on my Fat Sharks. I'll forget to press that button because everybody's like, well, if you lose it in the grass, all you have to do is review it on your DVR. I'm like, yeah, that's if I was smart enough to press the button.
Yeah. See, the first quads I had started to fly with cameras were the Parrots, and as soon as those take off, they automatically start recording. So when I got a DJI drone,
you just assumed, huh?
I would always forget to hit the record button. It's like, oh my God, you're halfway through the flight, and it's like, oh, not recording.
Hey, Paul, did you ever buy a Parrot? Did you ever have one?
Never had a Parrot. I've had lots of different kinds, from Walkiras to Aligns to DJI to I had the H, and I also had the Star. What do you call it? Star from the Orange Pumpkin.
Pumpkin. That makes me want to buy it.
Not the waterproof one, right? The
Autel, what is it? The X Star or the Premium Star or something like that. And it was orange. It looked just exactly like a DJI Phantom.
Oh, okay.
And then I had the Evo, and I sent that back. So.
You went through a lot of them, though.
But the one that I kind of enjoyed, it was a few years ago, but it was more of an FPV lover type of a drone. It was the big Align M690L, huge, and you bought the aircraft, then you bought the transmitter, then you bought the video transmitter, and then you bought the camera gimbal, then you put the GoPro on it, then
Jesus.
and then you bought a transmitter, which was a Fataba, and then then you had to link it all up and do it all and take off, and that was more work than I wanted to do.
I can imagine.
I flew it a few times, and I really enjoyed flying it. But I said, nah, I better sell it while I still can. So I sold it. I think somebody in Texas bought it.
Okay.
That the Bebop 2 had the Parrot Bebop 2 had got down at Best Buy, the FPV version, all the way to $299, and they were actually selling you the power version instead of the regular Bebop 2. It was well worth it. I should have picked another one up, but I already have two of them. So.
Okay.
But I don't have the power version. Then they always flew good. I was surprised, and they're super quiet. That's the key to them. They're just so quiet. Decent video. For that kind of money, at that point, they've gone back up now again, I see. But
I mean, I've heard good things about the Anafi. Are they still making it, or they're planning?
Oh yeah, yeah. The Anafi's still going. I
hear that. The rumor is I heard on a few that it's always been more expensive than the Spark, but I hear that they may be marking that down now to be more competitive.
Yeah, you go to different places and they're dropping prices on them.
Well, that would make sense.
And that speculates because Anafi's coming out with the new Anafi Duo, which
that's out. Yeah.
What's the Anafi Duo gonna do?
It's thermal imaging.
Okay, FLIR.
Yeah, that's out. They got that out.
How much is that one gonna be?
I think it's like $1,799 or $1,800. I think.
Shit.
Yeah, right.
because the Duo that I bought from DJI with the enterprise system, they're $28.99, I think.
Oh,
that's like 4 quads.
Well, I'm gonna surprise you. My first Inspire 1 I bought way back when it first came out was $3,800 with one battery.
Oh yeah, no doubt. Those things are beasts.
So Parrot is big into all this agricultural stuff and everything.
Yeah.
But most people don't know that, and they make some really sophisticated cameras and software that can look at the fields, and they use those wings and everything to go over fields, and it takes makes a map of it, tells you what fertilizer to use where, and if it needs water, and they cover literally thousands of acres. They also make another one called a Bluegrass Fields. That drone's like right here. It's $44.99, but it comes with all the software and everything for a year. But Parrot's into all this big agricultural and big commercial stuff on the side that no one ever talks about. And then the spin-off is like the Parrot Anafi and the Bebop and Bebop 2s. Those are just a toy for them. But the cameras they make go on a lot of different products. You just don't really realize it.
Mr. Crawley's asking Paul, how did you like the Inspire?
I love the Inspire. What I didn't like was it was running Lightbridge, which is in most of the original versions of the Phantom, because the Lightbridge wasn't as sophisticated as the OcuSync and the OcuSync 2. So when I was flying and I do my ships, there was a lot of radio interference down there, and it was okay for the first year or two. But then all of a sudden I started getting radio interference issues, and you get out 1,000, 1,200 feet out, and you might be doing a circle of a ship. And what good is it when you can't see where the camera's aimed because the screen goes black,
That's no good.
Yeah.
In fact, I've said many times, if I could have sent, because I had 2 of the Inspire 1s, I had the original plus I had the Pro. if I could have sent them into DJI and they would have retrofitted them back with an OcuSync 2, I'd have been a happy camper. I'd have paid, good money just to get that same airframe with the OcuSync.
Yeah.
But now that I'm flying the Mavic 2, the Inspire ones would only fly 15 to 18 minutes, and my Mavic 2s will fly 30 minutes. So, I used to have to, sometimes if there was more than one ship, I'd have to land and swap batteries with the Inspire 1. Now with the Mavic 2, I don't have to.
Coast to Coast Jones is on. How you doing there, Coast to Coast, Bill? Yeah. Check out that link there, Centroid. Check out the link that Coast to Coast just put in. You're gonna like that one.
Okay, give me a second.
Oh yeah, the Cinnabee. I looked at that pre-order.
Yep, that's nice. I think that's actually almost the same exact thing that Novice Quads had, that he had issues with.
Yep. Yeah, because they sent it. Was flashed to European. Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
What's the FR Sky RXSR radio?
That's the receiver that usually is on the drone.
Right.
Yeah,
I know that, but what's the difference?
The one, if I'm not mistaken, that's the same one that Novice Quads and I have, and you can actually change the modes of that one, and I don't know what that means. We use what's called S-Bus, again, not knowing what it is. And then you've got PPM mode and this, that, and the other thing. I have no idea what that means.
Yeah, see, I don't get it.
But you can change those modes with that particular model.
Everything I've ordered, I've got the Mini XM or the X.
Yeah. So I think it just has more options. Not that I know what those options mean or do, but
neither do I. It's just okay. It works.
Yeah, exactly. As long as it works, don't care.
Waxfire says it has telemetry.
Telemetry, yeah.
Telemetry on it, yeah.
Yeah, it's got the telemetry too. Yeah, that's it.
Yeah, I do get telemetry with the XM one too, so that's why I don't understand. Maybe it has more stuff, temperatures and things like that.
Who knows?
Because hello, Val.
Welcome back.
Oh shoot, Val's back.
Did Bill Horry come and go?
Bill didn't come in.
Oh.
Must be
I was
occupied this morning.
talking with these guys, Mary.
Yeah.
I was talking with these guys.
Hi, Mary. Hi, Mary.
Hi,
They're
Mary.
saying hi. She said hi. We're having a great day.
Oh, good.
Let's see.
In one wire signal versus. Bill, how you doing?
Hey, good morning. I was turning my honey-do list into a honey-done list because it's
Okay.
Father's Day weekend, so I had to pressure wash the driveway.
You know what? That's a good Father's Day gift, to pressure wash.
Well, yeah, I gave that Father's Day gift to my wife's father, so my father-in-law. So they're gonna have a nice clean driveway to pull into tomorrow. But the moral of the story is, down in Florida, you need to start work outside before 10 a.m. Okay, because if you do it after 10, forget it. Well, we started after 10. That's just one of those things goes to show you. Okay.
So how's it going, Bill?
Pretty good. Had a lot happen this week. I mean, we had that RoboMaster S1, and I think one of the best comments I saw, and I'm a little biased, it was Paul. He put a great comment out there, about what a great educational tool this is. And really, that's what you have to look at this as. This is, and it's actually kind of smart if you think about it on DJI's part, because they're encouraging young kids to get into. I mean, it encourages like engineering. There's physics involved. There's programming as far as computers is involved with this. You know, there's a lot to this. So I mean, you know, and a lot of people have said, you know, this has been around for years, DJI's technology. Yeah, and it's true. But you know, it's in a format like if you look at the preview video, for even preteens with helps of adults can figure out how to program this, which is fantastic, because you know, where are the future engineers going to come from? Okay, they're going to come from products like this that DJI comes out there and markets with. Now, I had a whole plethora of comments on my video that I put out. You know, oh, again, DJI is spying on us, and I said, well, you know what I told my wife? I said, yeah, they're going to see all the dust bunnies on my floor. Okay, I mean, seriously, you know, it's like this whole conspiracy theory, sky is falling, you know, kind of stuff. I'm like, get over it, people. You know, it's like, you know, like I talk about the drones. I'm like, okay, so everybody gets to see every square foot of the lake in my backyard. All right, you know, what's the big deal with this? All right, so same here. And I also had another comment about, well, you know, we're anti-guns in school, and this is a gun, and I'm like, oh, come on. You know, let's just not even go there with this, guys. That was just, I thought, you know, he's a good subscriber of mine, but he's just saying, you know, I hate to bring this up, but you know, and that kind of that comment kind of died. It was more towards the end of, oh, you know, DJI is just trying to, you know, there were all kind of tangents on this one. You know, oh, the DJI, the drone market is dead, so they're branching out into different things because they just came out with the camera, and now they're coming out with this robotics S1. And well, one of the other things that I thought about with this, and we're not going to spend a lot of time on this because I have something else I really want to talk about, is, you know, to really be effective with these, and if you look at it, you need to have more than one of these, because if you look at the film and if you look at the promo clip, you know, you saw a family there, 2 kids, and they were competing against one another. And that's what you need with this. I mean, because it has these sensors and these shields and all this other kind of stuff on it. So, you know, what I thought DJI should have done is buy one, you know, get another one, get a discount on getting a second one, but they've already sold out. And, you know, well, of course, you know, and I love him to pieces. Rick Smith from Drone Valley, he got one because, you know, he at heart, and if you're watching, Rick, you know, I know you'll take this the right way. You're just a big kid at heart, and he's always told me that. So you know, it's going to be good to see some of these things, but you know, I don't want to belabor the point of this. You know, it's an educational tool, especially for teens and preteens, especially with adult guidance. That's where this is. Okay. And as an adult, you want to get one and go for it. You know, that's and explore it. That's absolutely fine. The big thing to me this week was the big news was about the Mavic Air, and the Mavic Air being on sale at Target for, you know, just an insane price of $540. Well, I had a subscriber send me a picture of one that Target's out on the West Coast of the United States. We're selling them for clearance. This is brand new, sealed, for $399.
Wow.
Yeah. I mean, that was just that's 50% off the retail price. And you know, everybody. Well, my good friend Ron Braun from Xeno Nation and Ron Brown's channel, he said 100%. You know, this is a bellwether. Something's coming. You know, and I 100%. There is something coming with this, because for them to knock off 50% off of this, and then you go out to DJI's website right now, and you know they're still having their sale. I think their sale runs through maybe the 19th. I'm not real sure, but you know, you can't even buy the Spark on the website anymore on DJI's website. You have to go either on Amazon or maybe, if you're lucky, some of the big box stores. Like I know Target was out of Sparks when I was there, because I actually went to my local Target last night to see if they had any, to see if they had that $399 clearance. but he said they sold their last one like 2 or 3 days ago, and they're not expecting any. And the other real interesting thing was, and this was the electronics manager said, we were told by corporate we're not getting any more in. So, you know, everybody will always say, you know, about this. Well, you know, they're just doing this to increase demand and everything. Well, if they're being told they're not getting any more in, then something else is coming. And, you know, and like I said, and I talked about this, I think it was maybe 2 weeks ago, that they're coming out with 2 iterations. They're going to come out with a Spark 2, and it's going to have what was talked about on Drone DJ. It's going to have the increased flight time on it. It's going to have the 4K with a 3-axis gimbal on it. You know, the 2 more minutes of flight time, maybe some new ESCs, maybe some quieter props, that kind of thing. It's going to be a lot of tweaks to the original Spark, which will be great. And maybe they'll add some more of those, you know, like dronies or, you know, what some of those features software wise, because they want to keep something in an entry level price at the same price. And that's what I see happening. But I also see, you know, and I feel really strongly about this now, especially since, you know, it looks like the Mavic Air is gonna go. That the Mavic Air is going to be no more. That it's going to be called the Spark 2 Pro, and it's going to look like the Mavic Air. It's going to have all the features and functionality of the Mavic Air, but it's going to be completely upgraded. It's going to have the quieter props. It's going to have new USBs. It's going to have better runtime, and it's probably, and this is just a wild guess on my part, because that body, you know, probably can fit OcuSync 2.0, which would make it compatible with DJI Smart Controller. Okay, and a lot of people, you know, just say, oh, you know, where are you getting all this from? Where you make? I says, think about it from a business standpoint, and this is where I tell people, you need to put your business hat on first, not your drone fan hat. You need to put your business hat on. Okay, the Mavic Air has not met the sales expectations of DJI. It's just pure and simple. Okay, they thought that because they slapped the name Mavic on there, that it was going to bring that name brand recognition. Like, you know, when you think of a Phantom, all right, that, you know, instantly you're thinking you're going to get like Mavic Pro quality with the Mavic Air. You didn't get it. Okay, it didn't materialize. It didn't happen. You know, it wasn't even close to what the original Mavic Pro was. I mean, really. You know, and I flew both. You know, I had I owned the Mavic Pro, and I flew a Mavic Air for a couple of weeks. They weren't even close. Not even close in terms of capabilities, video, everything. I mean, it was just, you know, not even there. So for me, you know, this is why I'm saying, you know, this is one of the big reasons why I'm saying, you know, DJI they want to cut the strings from that name, from the Mavic name, because, you know, the Mavic 2 is just selling through the roof, whether it's the Mavic 2 Pro, the Zoom, the Enterprise series. You know, they're selling, they can't get enough of them out the door fast enough. And especially, you know, with the Smart Controller as an addition onto that, you know, that's like, you know, that's like the most perfect piece of bread and getting the best golden butter you can ever put on it. I mean, they just go together so incredibly well. So that's why that's a big thing. They're cutting that name out because, you know, it wasn't a good connotation from them. It just didn't bring up a good, you know, the good name vibe, you know, like we talked about name brand, like Coca-Cola, okay, or Nike, you know, as far as that's concerned. You know,
Bill, do you think that if they do that, which I think is a smart move for them, and make the Spark 2 or the Spark Pro look more like that and be able to have OcuSync, that then they can also utilize the Smart Controller with that aircraft?
Oh, absolutely, Paul. Well, you know, one of the things that I've been kind of pestering DJI about is, you know, I have a Phantom 4 Pro V2.0. And DJI had because I tweeted them, you know, months ago, and they said, yes, eventually it will be compatible with the Smart Controller. So I'm waiting for that day when I get official word that, yes, there's a firmware update, and yes, I can use a Smart Controller with my Phantom 4 Pro V2.0. Because I'll tell you what, you know, the regular Mavic 2 controller is great, but I'll tell you what, when you start using the controller from the Smart Controller, okay, for me, the tactile feel of the controller, the sticks on there, it's the best controller I've ever used. And I'm just not saying it because of the screen, just the sticks on there. They are the most responsive sticks on any drone I've ever flown. And that includes the Mavic Pro, Mavic Air, Spark, everything. It just, and to be able to translate that over to the Phantom and be able to use that on the Phantom 4 Pro V2.0, that's going to be fantastic. So yeah, I agree. I mean, it's just, and here's the other thing. I'm people were like, oh, they didn't come out with a drone. They didn't announce a drone, and I've always told people this, and I've said this so many times. If I got paid $5 for it, I could retire tomorrow. Okay. I've always said that whenever DJI holds an event like the past two, when it's online, when it's web or online only, it's not going to be a drone. Okay. They do, I'll call it pomp and circumstance. They do pomp and circumstance. When they're coming out with a drone, they're pulling out all the stops. Okay. And they did, when they did the Mavic 2, when Valerie and I went there last year, it was a first class event. It really was. And they had some big wigs from DJI there. And, it was very professionally done. And it was just, it could not have been produced any better. And it was one of those things that you remember. And, when they introduced the DJI Osmo Pocket, they did have an event for that, but it was a very small one. So, when they do these things, when they do the drone releases, these are always going to be, unless it's like an upgrade. Like, for example, when they came out with the Phantom 4 Pro Obsidian, and they came out with the Mavic Pro, the upgraded Mavic Pro version with the new quieter ESCs and props. Okay, those were what I call, again, soft releases, only on the web. You won't. That's the only thing that you saw with that. So that's one thing that I want to let people know about. It's like I wish I had $5 for every time I've said that, because people, they still were out there talking about and lamenting the fact that this wasn't a drone again. And in a video I did, when I did on the RoboMaster, I said, this is June, people. We still have 6 months left for the year. I mean, it doesn't matter whether you're in the USA or in Canada or in the UK or Australia, there's still 6 months left for this year. Okay. There's a lot of great technology that's coming from DJI. That's almost verbatim from what I said for my video. I mean, and there is. I mean, there's just, they have so much, we have so much to look forward to this second half of the year from them. It's not funny. And, I still say, there's going to be an Inspire 3 at some point in time this year come out from them. I don't know when. I'm thinking towards the latter part of the year. And I'm thinking that DJI is going to come out with a Phantom replacement at the same time. It's going to be like a dual release, because, as you know, when they came out with the Inspire 2, they came out with the Phantom 4 Pro at the same time, and it was a dual release. And they did that over in Los Angeles because, again, cinematography, film-based, that's where they had that release. So I expect something like that later in the year. But next month, we're going to see a Spark 2 and a Spark 2 Pro. Pricing on that, I'm going to say that the Spark, regular Spark 2 is going to start out at $499. And the Spark 2 Pro, you're probably going to see that start out at $799. They're going to keep very similar pricing structures for what they had, because they want to keep that Pro under $1,000. Okay. Now, by the time, obviously, if you get like a Flymore combo with it, it's probably going to approach that $999 kind of a thing. But the added benefit of this is if they have OcuSync 2.0 on there, which is it's a high wish, but if it's on there, it means it will be compatible with a smart controller. So that's my big thing for today is this Mavic Air. And if you go out to I highly encourage you, if you have a Target in your area, call them up. Don't go there. Call them up first to see if they have any in stock. If $549 is a good price for you, grab one. And who knows, you may get lucky and they may have one on clearance for $399. I know.
Yeah, wouldn't it? If you had a list of those places, Bill, you'd be a hero.
Oh, I would. Well, here's the thing, Paul. I wish I could have an affiliate link for every time somebody would buy something off it. Well, I had so many people go out this week. I had emails from so many people this week that said that they went to Target and bought it for $549 and thanked me, but apologized because there wasn't a affiliate link that I couldn't get compensated for. I said, you know what? At this point, I'm happy to be able to spread some news like that because, getting a drone is always a good thing. And if I found it for $399, you bet I would get one too.
Oh, sure. I think everybody would like to have an Air for $599 or $399, $349 or whatever you said.
Well, I know.
Let me just jump in for a second. I gotta go. I gotta run. Gotta meet some people at the rock quarry.
Okay, John.
You guys all have a great day. It was great seeing everyone. Velodrome.
Good seeing you, John.
Hey, John, if
Hi,
you're
John.
heading to the quarry, say hello to Fred and Barney for me.
Yeah. I'll try to take some snapshots or something up there. Maybe I won't get in trouble.
Okay.
If I can fly the drone, I will. But they said no yesterday, so we'll see what happens.
Okay, John.
Mhm.
Bye-bye.
But you guys all have a great day. It's great seeing you all. And sorry I haven't been in. Just been busy at work. Hopefully things will calm down after the vacation in July. And I'll be around during the vacation in July, so I'm not going anywhere.
Okay.
All right, guys. See ya. Bye.
Bye,
all.
John.
See you, John.
Bye.
Yeah, Bill, I tell you, if that's just, and Val, I know she's been looking for, a Spark or something like that to get into the DJI series. If she could find it, Val, you might want to, you have a Target. Is it Target? Did you say, Bill?
Yeah, it's Target.
If you have a Target out there, you might want to find out if they're doing any clearance. Tell them you had somebody that works at Target tell you to call and see about the clearance.
Yeah. Oh, yeah.
Yeah, you know what? I would love to get it, but the first thing I have to do is get out east and up to Canada. Then maybe some money will free up.
Well, even if you could buy it that cheap, you could probably turn around and sell it online and make some more money to go to Canada.
Maybe, man, maybe.
Well, that's another good place to probably look, but I always caution people. Well, drone forums are a great place. There's like the Mavic Pilots Forum. There's the Phantom Pilots Forum, Spark Pilots Forum. Those are good places, and they have good classifieds there. But my big thing with them, and it's and especially like on Facebook and also on on Craigslist and things like that, use PayPal. That's the best way to protect yourself.
Yep.
Because you don't want to go ahead and spend that money and find out it was a scam and you're getting nothing and you lost your money. So
or you're getting a damaged item or whatever.
Yeah. There was a big company in New York City that kind of had a DJI storefront, and they got shut down. The federal government came in and shut them down because they were horrible. They advertised like big discounts and stuff. They were selling damaged drones as brand new, and you can't get away with that kind of stuff for too long. I went out there and I checked it out, and I'm like, before I got my Phantom 4 Pro V2.0, and I was like, oh, this is a good site. And then I went out to look at the Better Business Bureau. It had an F rating from the Better Business Bureau. Yeah, that was my first clue. But the other good place to look for drones is eBay. And my big thing with eBay is, look after sellers that have a high number of sales and a high approval rating as well. I have a pretty high approval rate. I have over 1,000 feedback, and it's all 100% positive. I've been on since 2001 on eBay. Yeah. And, that's the thing. You go for somebody that's had experience, because you'll see, because when I went out there looking for Phantom 4 Pro V2.0s, I would see like a brand new one at this great price, but somebody like had under 10 feedbacks. And I'm like, no, you don't get something with that kind of a high dollar value off of somebody like that. You go after somebody that's had a lot of feedbacks and has been on eBay for a while.
Mostly primarily also is very much, if not 100%, I'd be surprised, PayPal. Because they own PayPal. Yeah.
So it's like hand in glove. It's one of those things, and it's always a good thing. Well, it's like I've told people, I said, it's eBay does get their cut, but for me, in terms of selling a drone, I had made affiliate money and this was before I was able to convert it and get cash from it. But with DJI, I actually bought a Mavic 2 Pro brand new, and then turned around and sold it on eBay, and I got a good price for it too. So, but it was brand new, shrink wrap on it, whole 9 yards. And that was before. See, when you reach a certain level with DJI, a certain number of sales, they convert you over to a cash system. But until you get to that level of sales, you have to they give you what DJI credits. Okay. And the only thing you can do is buy things in the store. Well, I ended up buying a drone and ended up selling it. So it ended up, being a winner in the long run.
Nice.
Well, not drone related, but I chatted with my daughter last night. She's 2 weeks out. Her due date is 2 weeks from today. Okay. And things are she said her ankle's a little swollen and she's a little tired, but other than that, things are progressing very nicely for her. So we're like, we're crossing our fingers and toes and saying some prayers and just, and I told them, I said, my number one piece of advice these last couple of weeks, get some rest, because you're going to need it. You're going to need every single second of rest. I would not trust me on that. Times 3. Okay. I have having 3 kids.
Bill, did you see, I'm very happy for your for your daughter. Yeah. I wish her all the best also for a very healthy birth. That's for sure.
Thank you, Roger. We're all, all the reports from the doctors are good. And doctor said, if she doesn't have it by like the 28th, they're going to induce labor on the 29th, because she's really full term. The doctor said the baby's her last visit ready to go. So, that's good. That's always good to hear, especially this close out. And then, of course, my wife we couldn't go up for her baby shower, but she said her baby shower was great. And, they're just real excited, and it's a great time and it's a fun time for them. So we're going to be going up to Ohio probably about a week or so after they get home, because we want to give them some time to get acclimated and situated and all that kind of stuff.
Yeah.
Just to get back into things. Well, my son-in-law, he's a real drone fan. Okay. He doesn't have one yet, but I'm hopeful of maybe getting enough money one day to get one together and get it to him and surprise him with it. I think he'll really like that. He's a great guy. He takes such good care of my daughter. He is just fantastic. They had just a real quick story about them. His dad has a property in Southern Ohio where he has a tree farm down there, and they have a cabin on there. Well, my daughter slipped, fell, broke her ankle, and my son-in-law picked her up, took her to the emergency room. He's former Army. And I need some help. He was real loud and everything. Ended up, she needed surgery from that. So he took fantastic care of her. And about 2 months later, well, no, I won't say 2 months later, probably about 6 months later, it was 3 days before they were scheduled to come down to Florida to visit us for Christmas. It was in a car accident, which by all rights, he should have been killed in. He was in his father's F-350. And if you know about Fords, that's a huge truck. That's a big truck. And he was hit from behind, pushed out into an intersection, and hit by a semi that was going 50 miles an hour. Okay.
Oh, shit.
Yeah. He should have been dead. And probably one of the things that probably helped him out, he was wearing big work overalls, and it was wintertime, and he didn't have any cuts on him. But his 2 big injuries were he broke his right femur, which he had to have a rod put in. But then the airbag exploded. And it burned his eyelid, and he's had to have, I don't know, untold surgeries on his eyelid to get that right. And they went after the manufacturer and were able to get a settlement out of court, because it literally burned his eye. He has a tattoo for an eyebrow.
Oh my God.
And so, but yeah, enough of that stuff. I just wanted to, we got so much to look forward to this year.
Yeah. Okay. Hey, did you ever see that thing about the hopper from DJI?
No.
Here's that link. Check out this link.
You might be able to screen share it too, Roger.
Well, no, I just put the link in there. He'll see it there.
Yeah, I'm looking at this right now.
That's what I'm waiting for.
Yeah, me too. Well, me too.
Yeah, that's incredible. That really is incredible.
I mean, look at how nimble that thing is.
Wow. Yeah, that's a completely different beast right there. That really is. I mean, that's wow.
It's not for sale. I can't find it anywhere for sale or anything, but I think it's just the show what's coming up next, probably.
Yeah,
I
It has
think,
a DJI controller there too, so
I think DJI is smart in the fact that they brought out the RoboMaster, and I think that they're moving forward into robotics and smart things, and I think you're going to see that coming out next.
yeah, the artificial intelligence is where it's headed, and
Yeah.
and so and it's like let's go for instance here, and I'm glad you shared that with me, Roger, because that brings up a great point with DJI. They don't play their hand. It's like playing poker. For those of you that play poker, you don't show your hand right away, especially if you got a good one. Okay, you kind of hold back a little bit here.
Yeah.
Well,
yeah.
DJI does that all the time. Okay, it's like when they had the Phantom 3, then the Phantom 3 Advanced, and the Phantom 3 Pro, and they did the same thing with the other Phantom, the Phantom 4, Phantom 4 Advanced, Phantom 4 Pro, that kind of thing. I see this here with the RoboMaster S1, and I see them coming out with accessories to be able to do this. Okay, if you look at it, this is a put together kit from scratch. You need to put everything together when you and there's a lot of parts to it. So I wouldn't be surprised that there's a modification to that to do exactly what we just saw.
Yep. And the thing of it is, Bill, if you look at that link again, it's sitting on a case like you get from DJI with the Enterprise series. Like it's going to be a commercial, put your camera on it, whether it's a DSLR or a video cam or whatever.
Yeah. Yeah. I mean, think of the possibilities of this, being able to do these kind of what you can do with this. And then, on top of that, programming it and having it, with artificial intelligence, it's just off, it's just off the charts what you can do with this kind of stuff. And see, this is the good kind of thing. And I can't emphasize this enough with this RoboMaster is the educational aspect. And I still go back to the great comment you left, Paul. You can't understate the fact as far as educational is concerned, because for me, and I'll go way back. All right, you probably all know how old I am. All right, go back to 1976. Had my first computer in high school. It was a Hewlett Packard. It looked like an oversized typewriter with a one-line strip on it. All right, and we had BASIC was a programming language. All right, and we had cards and we had pencil to mark our cards, and to be able to do things like, for instance, I drew the symbol of my favorite hockey team. We had to do it with asterisk, draw something like that. Had to do a weather program. Had to do baseball standings. And computational stuff with it, and it really it clicked a bell with me. I liked it, and that's how I got into computers. And this is the same thing that a RoboMaster is going to do for some kids. Yep. It's gonna click the bell on them and say, you know what, I like programming, or maybe I like physics, or I like electronics, and get the ball rolling with them.
Yeah, our future stars are just going into the first grade now.
You're right, Rod. Yeah, you're right. Absolutely, Paul. I mean, it's just like there's so much to look forward to with that. There really is. I mean, it just I can't emphasize that enough.
Yep.
You're going on tonight, right, Bill?
What's that?
Are you on Saturday nights now? Yeah.
Well, I do have a show on tonight, and I'm glad you brought that up, Roger. You probably know Sally French. She's known as the Drone Girl.
Yeah.
I'm going to have her on at 5 p.m. Eastern time today. It was the only time. She has such a busy schedule. It's off the charts. And I was able to secure her and had her on. Now, she was my very first guest ever that I had on. In fact, she was on my very first show ever on Tuesday Night Rotor Talk Live over a year ago. And I had horrible bronchitis that night. It was just, I was just horrible. But she was great. She was a great guest. And I'm looking forward to having her on because she's so knowledgeable. She's very friendly and, very proactive, and, I had sent her some questions ahead of time. And, one of the questions that I asked him is, how can we get more people involved, especially women and young girls involved with drones? And we're going to spend some time talking about that tonight because, while, this has a tendency to be a male dominated hobby, But you know what? Getting women involved with this, I think, where's the next Gail Ornstein, as far as like a drone journalist is going to come from. It's going to come from getting young teens and teens, females involved and interested in something like this, because, who's to say, you just don't limit things to just a male. This is something that can, be wide open to females as well too. And, I'm trying to get my Valerie more interested in getting one, slowly but surely. It's been taking 1.5 years, 2 years, but I'm getting her there. But yeah, it's I'm looking forward to having Sally on tonight. It's going to be 5 p.m. Eastern time. It's 2 p.m. Pacific for her, because she's out of San Francisco. Her schedule is just she's taking classes, and then next thing you know, she's in Hong Kong for something. And she has a very active blog that she writes. She's out on Twitter every day. And that's where she sees me all the time on Twitter. That's where she says she spends most of her time out there, and on Instagram. She's not on Facebook a lot, but she's on Twitter and Instagram a lot. So, definitely check her out. She always drops some she's one of the things when I go out and look for drone news every day, the number one place that I go to besides Drone DJ is I go to see her. I go to see what Sally has out there for the day, because she always puts some good articles out there, some very thought-provoking articles, and some great news. So that's something that I highly recommend.
Sure.
Last Saturday I had on Ron Brown and Marcus Crawford, and they're getting to be regular co-hosts on my show, like not only on Tuesday nights, but we had a great time. Well, this past Tuesday it was real interesting. Google Hangouts was having a real issue, and YouTube was having an issue on Tuesday night, and I couldn't start my live stream until about like 8:30 or so on Tuesday. But we ran about 1.5 hours. It was a great one. And we spent a lot of time talking about RoboMaster, but also on the Mavic Air and everything. Now, what's real interesting is I look at my live stream and data from that. I'm a data geek. Okay. I just, I minored in data analysis, and statistics. And I look at these things and I try to digest them to see how I can help the channel. Well, normally on a normal stream that I get, I'll probably get anywhere from 450 to 500 views after it comes out, which I consider it successful, considering, the time length of something like this. Okay. Now, the ones that I've gotten my highest ratings from were when I had Rick Smith from Drone Valley. I would get 650 or 700, okay, which I thought is just through the roof. My live stream, last I checked before I got on the air right now, last I checked, and this was from Tuesday night, going on at 8:30, I had 1,800 views on that, okay?
Wow.
Yeah, that's just, and I'm asking Valerie, I'm trying to do, I said, do you think I should try to start maybe like at 8:30 or something? And she says, why not? So I'm going to start Tuesday night Rotor Talk Live. I'm going to start as an experiment starting this week at 8:30 to see if maybe that kind of spurs on that I can get more people on the show, because I had it was what, 65, 70 people watching us on Tuesday night, which was insane. I mean, most I ever see is like 45 or 50 at once. I was like 65, 70 people in the chat. I was like, wow, that was just
I gotta tell you, Bill, can you guys hear me?
Yeah.
I thought the same thing. I went on at 9 instead of 7. And while my numbers were not hellacious like yours, right? They weren't huge. They were still better than when I go on at 7.
Yeah, see, that's what I'm going to do, Val. I think I'm
thinking the same thing. I'm thinking, do I need to post later? Is there more people available?
Well, if you look at the audience across the country, Val, 7 o'clock Eastern is like 4 o'clock on the Pacific Coast. So you got to find that sweet spot. And I think, like Bill's saying, 8:30, 9 o'clock ish. I think that's the sweet spot.
Because if you go on at 9, that's 3 o'clock on 9 o'clock Eastern. That's 6 o'clock Pacific time, and that's a much more agreeable time, because I know Ron Brown and Marcus Crawford on Xeno Nation, they go on at 9 o'clock at night. And I know Bill Thomas He's on the West Coast too, and he goes on at I think 8:30 he's on there as well too, which is 5:30 his time in Pacific time. So that's and the numbers tend to go up. So I think I agree with Val. I think I'm just going to start doing 8:30, 9 o'clock. It's just it's more people. It's getting more people, and because I was just those numbers just blew me away, guys. I was just astounded by them.
Val did a late night show too. What time was the late night show? It was midnight, wasn't it?
Oh no, it was like 10 my time. It was not the same. When I went on at 9, it was better. It just I felt more relaxed. People seemed more relaxed. It wasn't in the middle of their evening, but of course, I don't know, but I was thinking about doing that because the more I'm working, the harder it is even for me to be that early.
Yep.
So I'm thinking the same thing. I'm thinking 9 o'clock, Eastern is a better time for me. Then I start at 7 my time, and I'm done with dinner. I'm done with the dogs. I'm done with, and it's not like, you know what I'm saying? I'm not rushed.
Well, if you think about it and just, the reasoning for this, I know a lot of people that I talk to, they don't watch regular television anymore at all.
Right.
For us, any of the shows that we watch are DVR'd. We never almost, if it's like except for a sporting event, I almost never watch anything live on TV anymore. I'll always watch it off DVR. And, a lot of people even have shifted over to watching things on YouTube now, or some other streaming service like Netflix or something like that, or Hulu, getting a lot of their content. And the whole thing is, when you hit a sweet spot, like Paul was talking about, because I think that 9 p.m. Eastern, 6 p.m. Pacific is a real sweet spot, because a lot of people are probably finishing up dinner at that time, out on the West Coast, and out on the East Coast, people are kind of settling in. There may be, you catch people like me normally, when I'm getting to bed, I have my iPad with me, and what am I going to do? I'm watching YouTube. All right.
Me too.
And it's the same thing. You'll catch people doing that. And I think that's what happened last week, is that I caught these people who normally, they're like, oh, Bill's on, let's watch Bill, boom. That kind of thing.
And you upped your game with your two co-hosts that are well known too.
Yes.
Those guys. It was a double hit.
It really was. I mean, those guys, I can't say enough about Ron and Marcus. Ron has been fantastic. And, I had spent some time with him. He came down to Florida a few weeks back and absolutely enjoyed spending some time and flying. I love flying with people, and I absolutely had one of the best times flying with anybody with him. He was he's so personable. He's so amiable. And Marcus too. Marcus has such a great area to film in. He lives in Idaho, and his last video that he did on the Snake River. And if you remember, if those of you who maybe remember Evel Knievel back in the day, that's where he did his jump, was over the canyon in the Snake River. And some of that footage that he had from the Snake River was just absolutely breathtaking and gorgeous. I mean, I told Marcus, I said, you know what, I'd give anything to come up and fly there. And he says, well, I'd give anything to come down to Florida and fly, along the beach up there. So it's like, it's a trade-off, but he's great too. And Marcus does very thorough reviews. I mean, when he gets out there, he's very detailed with what he talks about. If something doesn't work, he still puts out a video about it, and then he goes back and he tries it the next day. And that's what I like about him. And Ron's semi-retired, and Marcus is full retired. So I told him, I said, that's the big thing I'm jealous about both of you. You're both kind of semi and full retired, so you have time to get out there more than I do. But they're great guys. And, and I want to thank Bill Thomas, because, that's who I met them through. Bill, I can't say enough about Bill. Bill runs a great channel, Coast to Coast Drones. Definitely check him out. He's on Wednesdays at 8:30 right now. He's got John Coopy on there right now. And I think Ron is still on with him. And I think he has another gentleman on. They really kind of more, they're more towards FPVs right now, which is fine. That's always good. You know, it's a different segment, but Bill loves drones, and he does nothing but he's a great ambassador for our hobby and for our sport. And you know, you definitely, if for those of you who maybe, you know, new to all this and everything, you need to check out Coast to Coast Drones. Bill does a great job. He's like I said, a fantastic ambassador for this. And I also want to take time to mention Spin Up 2019. It's going to be October 19th down in Texas, same city. It's where Kelly Shores lives. As the time goes on, the ticket prices go up each month. So, you know, when we go from June to July, it's going to go up. And when we go from July to August, it's going to go up. So the earlier you get tickets, the better. And ticket sales are going to be limited to 200. You know, I think they had roughly about 100 there last year. So, but it's garnered a lot of interest. So if you're interested, you know, I'll drop a link in the chat after I go away, to make sure you guys can check that out and check some of my videos out, because I've dropped links in there as well. And if you ever have an opportunity, you need to meet Kelly. Kelly's one of the nicest people you ever want to run into. His channel is just stellar. He does great things, and his whole attitude, he's not like Rick Smith's like very excitable, okay, and still friendly, but very excitable. Kelly's very calm. He has a calm demeanor, and he does, you know, he does his videos like that, and he's but he does a great job, and he's a great friend of mine as well too. So definitely, you know, want to check this out and check Spin Up 2019 out.
But I'd like to put just a little something in your brain to think about. Maybe you could organize a Spin Up East, like for January.
You know that.
And then somebody like out west, like maybe Coast to Coast Drones, could have a Spin Up West, you know, in let's say May or something, you know.
You know, that is just an absolutely great idea, Paul. There's a place. Now, see, the big thing is, and this is where it gets kind of, I don't want to use the word sketchy, but trying to find a place to fly, okay, where you could get maybe 200 people, but also have access to maybe a conference room setting or something like that. That's why when Kelly did it at the ballpark, that was great. And I think he's doing it at either a former or a current Boy Scout camp that has access to some, like an indoor facility, and to be able to do presentations and so forth. You know, there's a place by us. It's an old, well, it's not really an old, but it's an airplane museum. And they actually have a couple of grass landing strips out there. But the bad news is, from like October through, I think, May, they don't book anything on those strips, because those strips are actually used by private planes to land on. And it has meeting facilities. It was absolutely perfect. I checked it out, but for January it wouldn't work. But January would be a great time to do something like that, because you know.
Yep, and then do it, because then you would take care of the East Coast, and if like Coast to Coast Drones out there on the West End could do another date for the West, because you know, while Texas event is a great event for a lot of people in the Northeast and a lot of people out Washington and California, that's a hike, you know.
It is, Paul. You know, and I know. Well, I talked to Art, you know, from Arco Drone Solutions, who's a great friend of mine, and you know, we helped him get him, you know, case for his Phantom 3 and a Mavic Air. You know, he's having trouble. He can get money for the ticket, but he's having trouble raising money for plane flare. He lives in Denver, and you know, and I know there are several others who are having some issues with that. And he had mentioned there are several people, I think, Bill Thomas as well. You know, you know, being able to raise money for airfare. I mean, you know, for me, you know, it's actually, you know, I'm actually where I'm at. There's a direct flight from Tampa to Austin. That's where Kelly lives, Austin, Texas, from Southwest. And it's relatively, you know, reasonable as far as rates are concerned. But, you know, if you live in a lot of cities, you know, that maybe not have a direct flight to Austin, then, you know, when it's not a direct flight, that's when you start to run into issues, you know, as far as, you know, how much that costs. So, but Paul, that is a fantastic idea. I want to talk and that's one of the things I want to, I know Kelly's on vacation. He's over in Europe right now, but I wanted to talk to him about that and to try to, pick his brain a little bit about being able to do one, say, on the East Coast and do one on the West Coast, because, again, this whole thing for travel, when you have something on the West, I mean, there are people like, I know Steve Carpenter will be out there. It's been up, I know Rick Halber, he may not be able to get out there for that. I know Bill Thomas, he would have trouble getting there to be able to get the funds together for that. I know Mike Roach, he lives up in Rochester, Syracuse, New York. He would, great people, but we need to make it more, find a way to make these things more accessible. And I think that you hit the nail on the head with that, Paul. You really did.
Multiple dates would grow the audience, and it would, then you could also promote people like Kelly Shore to come and visit as, at that event, or other people to come and like co-host another event. Like if you did one in the Northeast and you did one in the Northwest and you did one more centrally, like someplace in Idaho or whatever, you know what I mean? It would draw in people and say, hey, I'm not left out because I can't go to Texas.
Exactly. Well, we had a mini one that I'll call it mini. Billy Kyle came down, and it was his last September. Yeah, it was in September, and with Ken Dono, Original Dobo, we got together. There's a old water tower. I think it's a water tower. It's called Sulphur Springs. It was in an old drive-in theater that my wife told me about, and it's a fantastic spot to fly. And we're next to an old drive-in theater, but the whole area was cleared away. It's grassy area. But unfortunately, the area is known for two things. Homeless people hang out there. And unfortunately, there's a lot of drug deals that go down there as well, too. But we ended up having a great time flying there. We kind of took over the place that day. And some of the homeless that were there, we gave them some drinks and some that kind of thing. That's the only place. That's the only big place around here where we could get together and fly.
Bill, if you could form a Spin Up America group, organization of people that would like to organize an actual and sanction it as a spin up, and get those guys. It's like Curtis Dart just said in the thing. He lives on the West Coast. He'd love to organize one. Then they could go out and get a committee of people together, find a location. Then the Spin Up America committee could say, yeah, that's doable, and that date's doable. We'll give you whatever help and resources we can.
Well, you know what? I'm gonna send an email to Kelly and ask him about this and see maybe some evening if we can get a bunch of people together on a Google Hangout, not a live stream, but a Google Hangout, and just to talk about this. And I would love to invite you to this too, Paul, because I think you've had some great ideas. I'd like Bill Thomas, Curtis Dart, get some others involved with this too, because we had a lot of fun. I got to meet a lot of people who I didn't know before, who follow me, who are subscribers in the area, which is fantastic. And, it leads to nothing but good stuff. It really does. And
man, in my background, and the reason I get excited about this, Bill, is I used to be president of one of the biggest free fairs east of the Mississippi in the United States. And so we had a vast organization and a network, and we had hundreds of thousands of people who used to come to our events. And it was really back in the heyday, and so you get excited,
Oh yeah, and this is you've spurred something here, Paul, and I really like this. And the more I think about it, the more I think this is just an idea that should really take off, because having one on the East Coast, having one centrally with Kelly, and having one on the West Coast, Curtis, and I know Bill would get involved with something like that, would just be absolutely fantastic. And, it would make it more accessible for people to come to these events and, and to get things, the other thing that I would like with this too is, especially to get Kelly's input, because I know DJI came on board and, they're sponsoring this as well too. And I'm really interested in hearing some feedback from from Kelly as far as getting DJI to come on board with, if we do it on the East Coast and on the West Coast. And there is Mr. Arco Drone Solutions himself.
Exactly.
Hello, everybody.
Look at
Good
look
to
at
see
you.
you
You
guys.
got a haircut, Art.
Yes,
Yeah,
I
he's-
did.
He's
Looking
looking
good.
spiffy.
Yeah, I was getting pretty shaggy there for a while.
Uh-oh.
I heard
Yeah,
you
my
guys.
My wife's
heard you
yelling at me.
guys
I need to
talking
get one
about
too.
me. My ears were burning up, so I thought I'd come on.
Well, Art, we were just talking, and I don't know. Paul came up with a great idea, and this is something I want to run by Kelly Shores. Is to have a spin up, have his spin up, but have a spin up on the West Coast.
Right.
Maybe Bill Thomas and Curtis Dark could get involved with that, and then have a spin up on the East Coast where folks like myself and maybe Billy Kyle and Ken Dono and others can get involved with that, and Rick Smith, to try to pull something off on the East Coast as well too. Because we had talked about, and you and I talked about it last week.
Right.
Accessibility to get to these events, and it's hard for everybody. It's not easy to get to these events for everybody.
Right. Mm-hmm.
Yep.
Yeah. And I want to go to this event and meet all the great people who have helped me out, and to thank them personally. So that's why I want to go.
Well, Paul really hit a great idea with this, because I think, making something so it's, centrally located is good, but, unless you have direct flights to Austin, Texas, it starts to get real pricey for
Right.
people. And especially, different people have, different situations as far as income is concerned, and
Yeah.
not everybody can be able to afford it, and it places people in hard positions. They can afford the ticket, and maybe the lodging, but they can't afford an airfare to get down there. And, driving is impossible. That's just not something that's going to happen.
Right.
So,
Mhm.
when you have something on the West Coast and have something on the East Coast, and then have something in the central, like where Kelly is, I think it makes it a lot more accessible. I think it makes it so, and especially, and think about times a year. Roger brought up a great point, to maybe in January, have it down in Florida. We can find a place down here in Florida. Who's not going to want to come to Florida in January? Okay.
Yeah.
Unless you have some rocks in your head, I think that's something you want to do. And, being that Florida is a popular destination and tourist spot, it's probably better as far as airfares are concerned as well,
Right.
too. And to maybe find a place out on the West Coast where, the same thing can happen, where, it's more accessible. Airfares are cheaper.
Right.
And there's a place where, we can hold an event like this.
Mhm.
Paul really hit a great idea with this. And I think, like I suggested with him, get a round table together and just do a Google Hangout, not a live stream, but a Google Hangouts, like Kelly Shore with Paul, with Curtis Dart, with Bill Thomas, with Ken Dono, with Billy Kyle, and others, and saying, it would be a great thing to be able to get together and to be able, to not only fly, but to have some little a mini seminar with us as well too.
Right.
And to get to, and the whole thing about it is, and for me, and I think Paul would agree with me on this as well. It's absolutely fun to fly, but you know what? I so enjoyed, like when Ron Brown came down here. I so enjoyed meeting Ron and his wife, and like with Rick. I loved flying with Rick, but you know what? That's 25% of it. The other 75% is talking to him and spending time with him.
Yeah.
And that's the thing. And with Kelly, when I met Kelly at during the event for the Mavic 2 last year, it was, the event was great, but the big thing was I got to meet Ed Ricker as well too. And and that was the first I met Billy as well, and Ken. And these are the good things. It's as much as we love the technology and love the hobby and everything, it's really about making relationships and making
Right.
friends. And
Right.
you can't. My dad had an old saying, and he said, Bill, he said, as long as you live, remember this: you can never have too many friends. That's one thing you can
Yeah.
never have too many of.
Mhm.
And he was right. And it's so true with this.
Spin Up America events will help cultivate those relationships that will last a lifetime.
Yeah, I agree.
I agree, guys.
Mhm.
And I like the Florida idea because I also like fishing. So, and Florida is one of the uh, really great places to go fishing because you have your fresh water and your salt water, and I'd like that as well.
Well, there's a lot of benefits coming down here as far as Florida is concerned. Well, I have to finish my honey-do list here because Father's Day comes in a hurry tomorrow. So I want to wish everyone out there, U.S. Happy Father's Day. And take time if your father is still alive. Make sure you tell your father you love him and you enjoyed having time with him. If your father's passed on like mine has, remember them in a great way
Yeah.
and honor them. And I'm excited for my son-in-law because he's not quite a father yet. He's 2 weeks away from it. So, that's coming as well too. Roger, Paul, Val, I know Val was on, John was on. Art, thank you guys so much and enjoy the rest of your day today. I know Art doesn't have his show on tonight, but again, I want to put a plug in and I'll drop a link in. Sally French is on at 5:00 today on Saturday afternoon, Rotor Talk Live. So be sure to check us out, guys.
Bill, if you can, check out that hopper. See if there's any news on that.
I sure will, Roger. I'll let you know. Okay.
Okay. Take
All
care.
right. Thanks a lot, guys.
Take care, Bill.
Take care, Bill.
Bye. That was a lot of fun.
Yeah,
A lot of info.
I like Bill a lot. He's a great guy. Very articulate. Very smart. Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah. So how you been doing there, Art?
I've been doing pretty good. I'm on a short vacation. I have 3 days off from work next week, so I've got a nice long weekend. Monday, I'm going down to a little town in southeast Colorado called Bristol, and I have a friend that has a ranch there, and I have permission to go fishing there.
Oh, cool.
Plus, just to the south of there in Grenada, there is the remnants of a Japanese internment camp from World War II that I'm going to fly my drone and do kind of a little history lesson on that. So
that's nice.
The more I look at you, Art, the better I like your new do.
Well, it's getting a little thin up there, but
it looks good.
Yeah.
So what kind of fishing will you do? Is it fly fishing or no?
No, it's just regular spinning outfit. My friend has a pond that's stocked and it's spring fed, so the water's cold enough. He could put trout in there, but he's got largemouth bass, he's got crappie, he's got bluegill, he's got carp and catfish.
Well,
really wants to get rid of the carp, so I'll help him out with that.
You talk about fishing a fishing hole, you're in.
Yeah. And it doesn't get a lot of pressure except around Memorial Day when he brings the grandkids up and they go fishing there. What else? Oh, and I have another channel that's my fishing channel called Art's Place Fishing. So this will give me an opportunity to do some videos there as well.
Good.
Yeah, so I'm branching out into like multi-camera videos, especially with fishing. I've got
Art's gonna turn into a production company here.
I have a chest mount for my GoPro, and then I made a mount on a galvanized pipe so that you could see out over the water. And I have a little device where you could see under the water as well.
Yeah.
That's good. That's cool. Well, guys, hey, look, I don't want to cut this short, but I got to go and eat something, man. Sorry, 1 o'clock.
All right. Yeah, it's about noon.
Yeah, it's about 10 minutes to 1, and Roger's been trying to leave at noon every day now.
Right.
So, guys, thank you very much for coming on.
Good seeing you,
Good to see you, Paul. Roger, thanks for having me. It's nice to have been had.
And everyone in the chat, you have a great day.
Yeah.
Take care, everyone.
Okay, bye. Take care. Hey, Phantom Flight 101. Yeah, let's work it out for East Coast, Bill. Yeah, that's for sure. Okay, everyone, have a good day. You all be safe. And if you go flying, yes, be safe for sure. Okay. So everybody, yep, John Poole, you be safe now. You take care of yourself. Ricky Dove. Everybody, thank you all so much for coming in this morning. Y'all have a great day, everybody. And don't forget tonight, 7 p.m., I'm going on the FPV drone with the build with the Cush FPV at 7 p.m. tonight. Okay, everybody. Take care. Bye-bye for now. Bye, Russell. Love my drones. Ricky Dove, everybody, John Poole, all you take care. Bye-bye for now. Carpenter Rick, I'll see you there. 7 p.m. tonight, we'll be back on. Okay, bye, everybody.